We are live. That was. Oh, let's exit out of YouTube now, shall we? Wow, welcome everybody. Really excited to host this. This is our fourth Facebook Live job party. The last event that we held in October, we hired over 150 people. Can you guys believe that? 150 people.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And so today our goal is to double that. We want to hire 300 people. You guys up for that goal?
Absolutely.
All right. Let me get everybody here on the panel. Some echoing. Can you turn down your sound? Yes. All right. So this is a jam-packed event. I've got the schedule listed above. We've got, oh wow, we've already got 1,000 viewers, Shayla. Look at that.
Great.
So let me we have jam-packed 16 guests today, and we're gonna have representatives across the Wasatch Front. We're gonna be talking about jobs from Salt Lake all the way up to Cache Valley and Box Elder County. So just a widespread of great companies, and we're here to find job seekers. We're here to present opportunities for you to find your next career move. You know, there was a recent article that was published in the Washington Times about the tsunami of job seekers that is going to hit the market, and that over 56% of people in the U.S. talked about how they're going to make their next career move in 2021, which, that terrifies some people. It terrifies me a little bit because if Heidi makes her next career move in 2021, she's dead to me.
With those companies offering those cafeteria, benefits there, the gyms and cafeterias, and then that kind of, you might be... You might have some competition
there. But on the flip side, there was an article published by the Wall Street Journal just this past Saturday that out of metro markets that have under 1 million people, Ogden, Utah was ranked #1 for more jobs than there are job seekers, which means there's a lot of jobs. And that's why we have, and Salt Lake City ranked #1 across the 53 largest metro markets in America, above $1 million. Salt Lake City was ranked #1. So that's why we've got the entire Wasatch Front covered on this Facebook Live today. And that's why we've got great companies and great representation. So if you're interested about these companies that we're going to discuss today, just to name a few, we've got Nutraceutical, we've got Autoliv, and we're covering all the different Autoliv facilities. You've got Shayla over there in the corner. She's going to talk about Promontory. We have Fresenius, Alphia, ES Quality, Kroger, Lifetime, West Liberty Foods. We have Focus Services, and then we're going to have, and that's just covering, Ogden North. We're going to be covering jobs in Cache Valley. We're going to be covering some great companies in Salt Lake City. So this is just going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you're a job seeker interested in actually doing a quick interview on Facebook Live, come to one of our offices right now and over the next 3 hours, and we will bring you onto the panel for 5 minutes, let you tell your story, talk about your background and experience, and then we're going to let people like Shayla fight over you, and we'll see if we can find you the best job that meets your needs. So if you're a job seeker, come to any one of our offices. We'll have you sign a little disclosure saying you'll come on Facebook Live. And hey, if you're in Ogden off of 30th Street, you can come hang out right here, and we'll put masks on, or where Eric's at, we'll throw him in his office on the other side of the wall, and we'll have some fun with it. So again, if you're a job seeker, you want some HR managers to fight over you, come and do a live interview, come visit any one of our Elwood offices in Northern Utah, and we'll get you thrown into the mix. So it's gonna be fun. So please feel free to comment. You can private message myself or the recruiters that are commenting, and we'll follow up with you throughout the show and afterwards, and we'll get you connected with these great companies and help you land your next job. How does that sound?
I'm excited. Let's do it, Stephen.
All right. So right now we've got let's see. We're gonna have Nutraceutical that's gonna kick it off as soon as Hayden jumps on, and then we'll add the other panelists. But for now, I just want to introduce who we have right now on the panel. So we'll start with you, Heidi. Heidi is, dubbed the co-host of this show. She's on every Facebook Live every single day. She's a staff and recruiter in the Logan office. Heidi, look at that backdrop behind you. That is incredible. How long did it take you to make that?
Like all of 15 minutes. And you see my beautiful stars? I think these stars actually take 15 minutes themselves because I had to figure out how to make them. But we had fun with it this morning.
It's awesome. I love it. All right. So we've got Heidi, Shayla Nelson. We're going to do a longer introduction in a few minutes, but you want to just brief introduction.
So, like Stephen said, my name is Shayla Nelson, and I'm the HR manager out at the Promontory Autoliv facility.
Awesome. Well, welcome.
Here's some information.
Glad to have you here, Shayla.
Thank you.
Landon Mays. How you doing, Landon?
I'm doing wonderful.
Welcome to the panel. I see you're in the same room as Allie, just on the other side there.
Yes, we're trying to prevent an echo.
You're not doing a good job. All right. Eric Johnson.
Morning, Stephen.
He's like the third co-host of this program.
Can you hear me?
Barely.
He's like the timekeeper. He makes sure that we stay on time and on track.
Yes, he does.
Is that better?
Much better. All right. And so Eric's the branch manager of the Ogden 30th Street location.
Stephen and I share a wall right over here.
Poor guy. He suffers every day.
So I listen to the 3-hour Facebook party, whether I have my computer on Facebook or not. So
That's right. And then Allie. Introduce yourself, Allie. You can't hear you. It says you're unmuted. Just unmute Landon's mic. Talk through that one.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Okay.
So I'm Allie. I'm the on-site specialist at Autoliv.
Oh, so bad.
Brigham.
We'll come back to you. We'll have one of you on the stream. All right. So with that, everybody, appreciate the introductions. Nick, we're going to introduce him in this next segment since he is on as of 11:10. But I want to thank everyone for joining. Again, we've got 16 jobs or 16 spots, HR managers and recruiters. They're going to talk about their openings, their company, their culture. This is your chance to ask questions, to find your next career move. So we're going to present each company, let them talk about their company culture and why you should go and work for them. So it's going to be it's going to be like the 20 companies or 16 companies in a sweaty gym, but we're taking the sweaty gym out of it, and you're just going to get to interact with everybody virtually. So
and you got to sit in your pajamas and watch. That's the most important part, Stephen.
That's right. So with that, I'm going to excuse everybody but Heidi and Nick. So all you have to do is hit the remove from stream. It won't kick you out of the lobby, but it'll just remove you from the screen. Just scroll over your picture down below and hit remove. And then we'll get started here. All right. Figuring it out. Perfect. Shayla's almost got it. There we go. Well, Nick Allen, welcome.
Hey, thanks. How's it going, guys?
Today, my friend. How you doing?
Good. It's a good day.
You know, I was just watching a recap of our October one, and just yours was the first one that I scrolled over to, and it was fun re-listening to our interview back in October.
Yeah, that seemed like it was just yesterday.
I know it does, doesn't it? 6 months ago we talked about how we have all these openings, and this is a tsunami of openings, and we're not going to see it again for at least 6 months to a year. And here we are 6 months later, and we have a tsunami of openings once again.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so Nick, if you don't mind, introduce yourself to people who have not met you before, and talk about Nutraceutical, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate you having me. And So I'm Nick Allen. I'm the HR manager here at Nutraceutical, coming up on the big 5-year anniversary. So looking
Nice.
forward to that. It's been such a blast working here. Just so many people, such a diverse workforce. And there's always so much going on, especially during this pandemic. We've had such an influx in desires for our health and wellness products. And it just feels good being able to work for a company that produces those and helps people live healthier lives, helps keep their immune system strong. And who knows, maybe we've prevented a few people from getting COVID. I don't know. But that would be exciting. So we have a lot going on, like I mentioned. One of the most exciting things that we have going on in operations right now is
Nick,
our
you got a
current.
little bit of echo. Do you want to turn down your volume just by a third, see if that helps?
Is that better?
A little bit better, yeah.
Okay. So right now we have a incentive program going on in our operations where workers can get up to $600 every 4 weeks. There's two aspects to that. There's an individual aspect where basically if you come to work every day and get those hours in that 4-week period, you'll be eligible to get the individual portion of that. And then there's a team aspect where the team has to produce so much work. And as long as you meet those goals with your team and individually, you can make an extra $600 every 4 weeks. So it's pretty exciting. We've been doing this incentive now for the last 3 months, and overall we've shared over $500,000 with our operations employees.
Whoa.
So it's been a huge success, and we're so happy to do that.
I love that it's got not just the individual, but also the team in there so that you're recognizing each individual person as well as their team effort and what they bring to the floor.
Right. We are firm believers in teamwork, that we can always do more as a team than we can individually. And that's what we strive to promote in our culture as well, that, you know, there is an individual aspect. We need you to be here and work hard, and the team's counting on you, right?
Absolutely.
And you're counting on your team as well. So it's interesting to see. I didn't realize that our employees were so competitive, but everyone's pushing each other. And it's so fun to walk out there and just see the pace that people are working at with a smile on their face. Definitely.
You know, I've always loved working with you, Nick, and Nutraceutical. Such a great company. I mentioned this last time, but I purchase a lot of the brands through Amazon. I'm still waiting for my discount link, Nick, to save me a few bucks.
I'll have to hook you up.
I got my second Pfizer shot yesterday. By the way, I feel like crap today. So if I doze off, it's not my fault. We'll just have Heidi take over. But yesterday and today, I doubled up on the vitamin D plus K3 supplement that I bought from Nutra. And so I hope it'll help me get through this flu-ish feeling I have today, and it'll just be over in a couple hours.
Yeah, that should work good. So, tons of different products, not just vitamins, but we do shampoos, lotions, soaps, conditioners, basically anything that you would either ingest or put on your skin or, wash your hair with. We make it here. And, we have over 800 employees here in our Ogden facility, and we'd love to have any of you listeners join us.
Well, Nick, tell us a little bit about the benefits when you get hired on at Nutraceutical.
Yeah, so once someone gets hired on, there's always a raise included, right? We want to give you that reward for sticking through the training process and becoming a good enough employee to be hired on with us. You'll also be included in the first of the month following 30 days in any of the benefit package that you want to participate in, including health, dental, vision. We have a strong PTO plan, 9 paid holidays, and an additional floating holiday that you can use on whatever day you want. So starting off, you'll get 20 days of paid days off just to start. So
Patty, that beats our holiday. We get 5 paid holidays a year.
Stephen, I don't know if I should keep participating in these because every I hear about these other companies, I'm like, oh, do you know how nice that would be? Maybe I should make that change.
But we would never take the time off anyways, right? You don't take any time off. You don't need
Never.
So Heidi, you sent a chat about what the facilities look like. So
That's always my favorite part, like the cafeteria thing.
our building here is a half-mile long, if you can believe that, from one end to the other. So we have tons of space, which is obviously helped with the social distancing aspect, but really nice break rooms, nice restrooms, really upgraded facilities. You know, it's not a dump that you're coming to work in. It's actually somewhere you can come and work and be clean and leave clean when you're done after your shift. For the most part, obviously we have some of those dirty, dusty jobs as far as mixing product and stuff. But yeah, I mean, our facilities are awesome. I'm proud to come in, proud to step in the door every day.
It's awesome. All right, Nick. So we've got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
You know, Heidi's recently, when we've had HR partners on here, she's asked, she's reversed the role. She starts interviewing the HR managers, and she has this really fun question that she normally asks, and I think it's appropriate to ask you if you're ready.
Oh, I love the tricky questions. Here we go.
I love doing this because all the time we have candidates sitting here in our office and they're so nervous and they're like, oh my gosh, what are they going to ask? And I don't have these questions prepared. So I love doing it on a Facebook Live to the HR managers. It's like getting a taste of your own medicine, if you will. But this is my all-time favorite question. What is your biggest weakness?
Oh, geez.
Yes. See, I told you.
That's a tricky question. All of us have weaknesses, obviously. I think one of mine is how hangry I get right before lunch. Like, I'm not very pleasant. Like, if you were to schedule me in probably 10 minutes from now, I wouldn't be as pleasant as I am right now. But I got some pistachios in before our little party here, and so I'm feeling okay for the moment. But that is the most important thing of the day. When we come in at 9 o'clock, me and my team, we decide what's for lunch that day. So that's a huge weakness of mine. So if I'm hungry, I'm not very nice.
I get that. So then just as a quick explanation, the reason I ask that is because every time that somebody tells their weakness, it shows that they can self-evaluate, and then to be able to say how you fix your weakness shows that not only are you able to self-evaluate, but you're also able to correct your weaknesses and turn it into a strength.
Yeah.
So that's why I ask.
That's a great answer. Next time, start with that, Nick. All right. So when it comes to nutraceutical, you can, there's two ways to get hired. You can go through an agency like Elwood Staffing and get hired on immediately and start your benefits day one with Elwood Staffing. Elwood has 5 paid holidays, not as many as Nutra. You can also do direct hire. I think Nick is part of that process on the direct hire, as well as a few other HR partners. Nick, how do people apply direct hire? Where do they need to go? How do they get in contact with you?
Yeah, so directly, we ask you to apply on our website. It's just nutraceutical.com. There's a career section on there, and all of our jobs are always posted for the most part. And our contact information is also on there. You can also, if any of you listeners are on LinkedIn, feel free to shoot me a chat or something. I'm happy to answer any questions there. My email is also nallen@nutracorp.com. You can reach me directly. Happy to talk with you.
Wonderful. Well, Nick, you've been a great panelist here today. Kicked us off talking about nutraceutical. I believe we have openings on every shift right now.
Yeah.
And lots of departments and opportunities for you to grow. I really enjoy spending time out at Nutra, not just because I drool over all the supplements, but also because I run into these supervisors that started with Elwood and worked their way up into a supervisory role. You do have a comment here. What are the shifts and pay? Yeah,
so all of our shifts, entry level, you're starting around 12, and it just goes up from there depending on what shift and job you're doing. We also have shift differentials for our swing and our grave shift. but yeah, I mean, it's hard. That's a loaded question just because we have so many different jobs here. But from 12 up, we can usually connect and find what you're looking for.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nick.
Hey,
And
thank you, guys.
please send some messages in the chat if you'd like. Just type in Nutra if you're interested in being interviewed or learning more. All right, Nick. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Nick.
All right, Heidi. Well, Nick kicked us off. That was a lot of fun. We've got another jam-packed session coming up. We have Autoliv and the Promontory facility, some of the HR reps there to represent. And so I'm going to add Shayla and Mike Burbank and one of our on-sites to the stream. And go easy on them, Heidi. Don't ask them all the hard questions. And
I'll try. I will try to refrain.
We're gonna have them talk about Autoliv Promontory. We're gonna have them talk about jobs and why Promontory is so unique compared to some of the other Autoliv facilities, and why a lot of people just love their positions out there. So with that, we've got Shayla Nelson and Mike Burbank joined with Landon Mays. Shayla, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us your position out there, how long you've been with Autoliv, and then we'll turn it over to Mike and have him do the same thing.
All right. So my name is Shayla Nelson. I'm the HR manager at the Promontory facility. I've been with Autoliv for 27 years, so quite a while. However, I've only been out at Promontory for about 6 weeks, so very new to the facility, and so far I love it.
That's awesome. Welcome aboard. It's great to see you. And Landon and I took a tour out there a couple of weeks ago and just had a blast going everywhere. Just, it's like its own little city out of Promontory.
It is.
All right. Well, Mike Burbank, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Great. How are you guys?
Good. Is this your first time doing a Facebook Live?
It is. So thanks for inviting me. So just a little bit about myself. Again, I'm Mike Burbank. I've been with the company just over 29 years. So I've been at the Promontory plant for the whole time. Just a little bit of fun fact about Promontory. We have approximately 562 acres out here. Woo. We have 8.5 miles of road. So, this is a great facility. Again, a little bit myself. I started as an operator in the tableting area. Moved into an APS coordinator role, a lead person, then to the supervisor role, which I'm in now. So it's a great place to work.
29 years, Mike.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've seen it all.
I've seen a few things, yes.
So you were out there before dial-up internet was a thing.
I was. We chipped it on a stone and sent it to the neighbors.
So did you? I imagine communication between plants. You hopped in on a four-wheeler and rode over there to talk to the manager instead of sending a Teams chat, right?
Yeah, that was long before Teams was available. So yeah,
I think we should go back to the four-wheelers and just be driving to each facility, right?
Hey, I'm good. Let's try it. So
I agree.
All right, so we'll throw the screen here up with everyone. Landon, you're one of the on-sites out supporting Autoliv, including Promontory. Why don't and Shayla and Mike, why don't we just spend a quick minute here with Landon talking about, what does it look like to get hired on out there? The orientation process, the training. Kind of pull back the covers and help some of our viewers get an idea of what it looks like to start out there, because it is intimidating driving 25 minutes to a facility and then driving up a hill for another 5 or 10 minutes. But what does the training actually look like? Landon and Mike might be a good to answer on that one.
I'll go ahead and start, Mike, real quick, because I don't have the in-depth knowledge like you do. But from what I saw, our main thing is to communicate and get the associates out there first, and then at least get them through the gate. I was able to walk around with Joe White and see what the training cell like. It's very small scale, kind of what you're doing, whether it's making spray dry chemicals or make the tableting. They have a little weighing station. Joe mentioned that the associates spend about an hour there, and then they actually get to go out and train and shadow a trainer in the real process, which I think is a really good deal to get into it really quick. That's Mike, let you take it away from there.
and then they hand them over to Mike.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Yeah, we do. We go through a training center, a training cell, and they spend 2 days going through orientation and training. And we'll put them in whichever area that they are assigned to. And then they stick them with a trainer. And we specifically spend 6 weeks training our employees how to do their jobs.
How many weeks?
We focus on a 6-week training plan to make sure they understand the job and what it entails and what they're required to do. They go through, safety is utmost importance with us out here at Autoliv. Again, we make life-saving airbags, so it's critical that we follow all safety rules and regulations.
You got a comment here. All those years at work speak volume about the work environment. Sounds like a great company to build a career with. Thank you for that comment. How do you feel about that?
It is. It's great. It's a place that you can come and you can work hard, and if you want to do it, you can build a career out here. Again, I started from entry level and I've worked my way up. So I think it's a great place to work. It's a great opportunity. So
I'm going to take a guess here, Mike, and say you didn't get 6 weeks of training 29 years ago.
29 years ago, I can't even remember that long back, but
they just threw like overalls at you and were like, there, over there, go press that button.
Yeah, safety's always been a priority. So we've always focused on training and making sure our employees feel comfortable before we put them in an area and put them to work. So we really focus on training. So
that's good. That can't be underscored enough. There's just so many companies out there, and it's to no fault of their own. It's just, hey, you're shorthanded. You need people, and you're also shorthanded on your trainers. So what do? You just kind of throw people in just because out of necessity, and some survive, right? They work through it and make it, but the whole idea of setting people up for success, you need to have a training program. You need to have time, and you need to understand that people learn differently. They don't all learn the same. And so to have a extensive training program that covers the learning styles and the needs and an actual replica station in the training cell to show you what you're doing before you even go out there. I mean, that speaks volume and makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it's key to making sure we build a quality product and making sure our employees feel safe and they can contribute. So,
absolutely,
we have 3 main production areas out here. We have tableting, spray dry, and then our JYD areas. So,
well, maybe Mike, we're running out of time here. We've got a comment. What kind of experience do we need to be successful working there? That might be a good question for you, Mike, as well.
Well, we take people off the street. You just have to be a good, honest, hardworking person that wants to come and learn and follow standards. And from there, we'll take you by the hand and we'll explain what you need to do and teach you the things that you need to do to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's key is you have trainers that are going to bring the best out of you and help you learn and be developed and have opportunities to just grow from there. Well, maybe let's have Landon real quick. So we'll get to the nuts and bolts. What's the shifts and what's the pay, Landon?
You got some day shifts that are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5:30 a.m., 5:30 p.m. You also have some off shifts that are 5:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. They're kind of testing some part-time shifts out here as well for college students, people who want to make extra income working somewhere else but want to come to Autoliv and make extra income. Some of those off shifts are a really good starting wage at $18.74 an hour for an associate, so it's a great start. I also kind of want to touch base with, I've been able to work with Mike a little bit, and they really do want you to succeed out there. I've had multiple conversations about some of the new associates, and they're always trying to find a path that allows every associate to succeed, and their goal is to get them hired on out there. So
that's great. All right, well, we're coming up at the end of the time. Shayla, anything else you want to share before we move on?
Nope, just I'd be way excited to talk to anybody who had any questions. We can schedule time for a tour and an interview, and I'm excited to get to know some people.
Wonderful. Well, if you're interested in learning more about Autoliv out at Promontory, you can reach out to any Elwood office. You can apply online at elwoodstaffing.com. If you're looking for direct hire opportunities, you can go to Autoliv's career page and apply directly there. And if you want to explore this opportunity, just type in Autoliv in the chat. You can send us a private message as well, and we'll have a recruiter reach out to you and talk to you more about what a career could look like for you at Autoliv in Promontory. So thank you, Shayla and Mike. You guys were incredible. Everybody, I mean, this first time both of them were on our Facebook Live, and I hope it's not the last. Hopefully we didn't scare you away.
Nope.
Definitely sounded like naturals. I wouldn't
Yeah,
guess
thanks,
that this
guys.
was your first time.
All right. Well, thank you, you two. And
Thank you.
we're gonna add Hayden on, or Braden on here from the IBC facility. So this is gonna be fun. He was on a live just last week and just crushed it. So thanks again, Shayla and Mike. We're gonna go ahead and excuse you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
All right, and let's get our good friend Braden on here. Welcome, Braden. You there?
Oh, I'm here. Can you guys hear me now?
Perfect.
Oh, goodness, my mouse. I couldn't unmute myself. Sorry about that.
So you
And hey-
survived the first Facebook Live and you came back.
I did, and I can go by Hayden today if you'd like. So we
I'm
can go
sorry.
by that if you like. I'm just joking with you. You're good.
Don't feel too bad, Braden. Every time he sends out an email, he spells my name wrong, and I've worked here for over a year now.
This is true.
That's
I-
all right.
I just can't, I before E except after H, apparently. All right. So Braden, tell us a little bit about yourself. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right. So my name is Braden Whiteley, and I work here in Brigham City plant at Autoliv. And I've been here for a couple years, so 2 years. And it's been a great experience. I'm in the HR department, and I'm over half of the plant. So I'm over specifically the stored gas side and the maintenance side. And then we have another HR rep here as well who's over the other half, and her name is Wendy Moffett. And we have a great team here. And
Why
that's
didn't you
just a little
bring
bit
Wendy
about
on
me.
here? You should have had her.
Wendy-
You should have set up shop right next to you.
I should have, but she decided that she needed a day of relaxation. So I guess I'll let her have one.
Well, so I remember your first day 2 years ago. You were just an intern.
Yeah, I was pretty green, wasn't I?
You were, and I believe they had you like stuffing envelopes for like months.
Oh yeah, that's like all I did. I got really good with my fingers and putting some papers in envelopes, but no, I don't know if I could cut it out on the lines with these fingers anymore. So,
So what made
All
you
right,
choose Autoliv?
so before I worked here at Autoliv, I worked at Chick-fil-A actually in St. George, and I was a business director down there, and I loved it. And I was over the HR stuff there, so that's what really introduced me to HR. Like 5 years ago, I had no clue what that was.
Do you still say my pleasure when someone says thank you to you?
It tends to be a habit, but I'm kind of breaking away from it. But it is a good thing. It is.
Yeah.
So
I try to trick them up. I'm like, I try to get them to say, I try to say thank you as much as I can, just to see if they'll say it every time.
yeah, and then they'll probably say you're welcome. No, that's
All right,
good,
so
but-
Braden, talk to us about some of the opportunities there at IBC. What does that look like?
Yeah, so we have lots of opportunities here in Brigham City, Utah. And why I chose Brigham City and Autoliv was because we save more lives. And that's been a focus that I really want to make an impact in the work that I do. And our specific, opportunities we have here are two different positions. We have what we call a material associate, which drives around like forklifts and tuggers and things like that. And then we have a production associate, which is working with the machines, manufacturing the parts and inspecting them and packaging them out. So those are the two positions that we are strongly hiring for right now, and we have a great need of. So if anyone thinks that fits their skill set, we are more than welcome and we would invite you to come and apply here.
Absolutely. I I love those tugger positions. They're just the coolest little, drivable forklifts. I don't know what you really can call them. You call them a tugger, but it's just fun to have, 4 or 5 carts behind you and you're driving around making deliveries and pickups all day.
Right. I always tell everyone when I'm in an interview, the best way I can explain it is it's a golf cart without the top, cut in half, and you stand on it, and there's not a steering wheel.
That's a great way of explaining it.
I don't know how else to explain it. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of different.
No, I love it. So you can apply 2 ways you can apply. Same with Promontory facility. You can go through Elwood staffing, and you go through the process with us. We have benefits day 1, paid holidays, etc. And you can also do direct hire with Autoliv. You just apply at autoliv.com and click on their careers page, and you can talk to Braden. So
that sounds great.
Braden, with last couple of minutes, give us a preview of what the interview looks like. Give us some of your more challenging questions. Show your cards.
Oh, I don't know if I can show all my cards. It's kind of tough. No, I'm just kidding. It's not too bad. We really are the interview process is just a time for us to get to know the candidate, and we want it to be a win-win situation, right? So we want to get to know the candidate, and we'll just ask some generic questions about who you are and kind of your past experience. And we just really want to see if it's a good fit for us. As well as the interview process, it's a time for the employee or the potential employee to ask us questions and get to know the job, because it needs to be a good job fit. So really, it's a win-win situation. We're both kind of interviewing each other, to be honest. So it's really just to get to know each other and to see if it's going to be a good fit for both of us. And then we can give you a tour, and so you can see the facility, see what the work's really like. And so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into instead of being kind of blindsided. So
that would be why you didn't flinch when I asked my interview question, is because you've been interviewed by so many applicants before.
I know they're constantly asking me questions. So no, I encourage it though. I like it. I think that we need to be interviewed just as much as they do, because they need to make sure they're good with what they're getting into.
Your answer keeps getting likes and loves. You've got 20 likes so far.
Wow, that's impressive. I didn't know I was so famous.
Well, we'll just have to create your own show moving forward.
Right.
All right. Well, if you're interested again in starting a career at Autoliv, just type in Autoliv in the chat, and our recruiters will reach out to you. You can also reach out to us, and you can private message us, and we'll talk to you a little bit about Autoliv and what that looks like, and see if it's a good fit for you. Also, if you're a job seeker, and if you're near any one of our offices, we do have a spot on the program today for 5 minutes where you can do a video resume. Tell us about yourself, your experience, and then you're going to get to have Braden and all of our other HR partners just fight over you. So you're going to get the best job that's going to be a good fit for you. So if you're up for it, just run on over to the branch, and we'll put you in front of the Facebook Live feed, and we'll see if we can land you, the next career move of your dreams.
Let's do it, but come meet with me.
We'll throw you on there too, Braden. We'll just, as soon as we get someone on there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I'll have to say this before I leave. It was my pleasure.
Oh, you're killing me.
Oh, man.
All right, Braden. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. We'll see you guys.
We'll see you. Thanks, Landon. All right. Well, that was fun, Heidi.
That was a good start to the Facebook Live job party.
Hayden's good on these interviews. He doesn't flinch. He's a natural.
Braden, he definitely.
Braden. I said Hayden, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh my gosh, I quit. Take over the program, Heidi.
All right. Well, next up.
Who do we have, Heidi?
Oh goodness, let's see. Next up, we have Jonathan with Fresenius.
Well, hello, Jonathan.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Finally Friday.
That's right.
Well, we're excited to have Jonathan back for a second time. He did really well the first time. He had probably the most likes during the show.
That's definitely killed that interview. That was awesome.
All right. Well, that's great feedback. Let's hope we continue the trend.
Yes.
Let's continue it.
Show the love, Facebook. Thank you.
So let's go ahead. Jonathan, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your role, what you do, and how long you've been with Fresenius, and what you love about Fresenius.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So my name's Jonathan Katsianis. I am a senior HR business partner here at Fresenius Medical Care. So I've been here at the company just shy of 11 months. So I started here right in the middle of the pandemic, right? Interesting timing for anyone to start a new job. From my role standpoint, I interact a lot with, I guess, our senior business leaders, right? Those within the manufacturing plant that are, they're trying to figure out a lot of things, right? How to continue business. So making products, keeping staffing going, making sure our employees are engaged into the work. What's really cool about our company is just we have such a deep purpose in our mission, right? Trying to help our patients, ultimately our patients, those that are getting, kidney disease or failure related, making sure that they continue to live productive lives.
Yeah.
And so we have a deep commitment to making sure that, we take care of them. And so, from an HR standpoint, that's awesome. If I can help employees feel a little bit more, confident and comfortable in their roles, make sure that their experience is that much better out there on the manufacturing floor, that continues to flow down to make sure that the products are great. And then for those in the clinics, they provide an awesome experience for our patients. So
that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the introduction. And you missed the part where you said you're the Fresenius guru, according to your title right there.
Well, I had to throw in a little bit of spice. It's Friday. I'm back on. I'm the young, I'm like the newest person to the team. So that's a shout out that you have to try and live up to those expectations. And so I'm throwing it out there. I'm the guru.
You're setting the bar high there, John.
Trying to.
All right. Well, Carly, one of our on-sites at Fresenius, tell us a little bit about yourself, Carly.
Hey, everyone. Happy
Welcome.
Friday. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thanks, Stephen, for having us. So I'm an on-site here at Fresenius Medical. So what an on-site is I work for Elwood, but I'm directly here working for Fresenius. So when you come out here to work here at the Fresenius plant here in the Ogden area, myself and colleague Tani over there, she and I are here to help you along the way, whether it's any questions about the hiring process, whether it's any questions about once you're out here about the job, you have any issues with anything, you can come directly to us. You don't have to worry about driving your car over to the branch. You're already here. We're happy to help. Some things about, being an on-site is that I love the most is just being able to interact with everybody as the employee. And, I live by the quote that says, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And I live by that because I love what I do. I love working for Elwood. Elwood's a great company to work for, and so is Fresenius. I mean, like Jonathan says, we're saving lives every day, and we make products from the dialyzers to the saline bags.
Woo!
This is kind of stuff that you get to work with every day, and these are in high demand right now, especially in the medical field with COVID and everything else going on in the world. So it just makes me feel great to be able to be a part of a company that gets to save lives every day. And we want you to come out and be a part of that as well.
Thank you, Carly. That's a great intro.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so we're hiring all departments, all shifts. Jonathan, you've got a question here. Are there for career? So what are some career advancements to look forward to with Fresenius?
Yeah, absolutely right. So one of the really cool things, especially about our site, is we typically have about 2,000 people here, right? So that's a large operation. But what that also means is within sort of the US, actually the Americas, our site is one of the largest. So if you were at another site, let's say out in Tennessee, right, you're at a plant maybe of 100, 120 people. When you're down to a site that has that few of people, those opportunities don't come as frequently. But because of the size of our plant and how important we are, we have a lot of the R&D that comes out to our site. We have a lot of the new equipment, the new lines. And so there's always pushes for more material, more equipment, new processes, and that means opportunity. For example, Fresenius just opened a massive new complex out in Germany called Kabi. But also part of that, within the US, guess which site also is rolling that out within, that's our site.
Woo.
All that means is opportunity. And so we're the site that gets a lot of the new equipment. And so that always means new roles, expansion of different teams. And so those are always opportunities. So those career advancement opportunities are there. In addition to that, we cover, we have things where we will pay for tuition, assistance or reimbursement. And so we also really want people to know that you can come work at Fresenius, grow, but then also grow as an individual, right? Gain some knowledge, get an education, right? If you don't have one, but that's then on your list to do, we as a company will help you reach that goal. So definitely a good long-term decision.
We were just in a meeting with Brett this morning, Jonathan, and he was talking about some of the benefits at Fresenius, and because a lot of people are just not familiar with them, and he was mentioning the tenure in the building and the wages that people can, real livable, great salaries, entry level. Of course, you've got to start somewhere, but even those are good wages. But the ability to move up and grow in this organization and to make a great income and great career for yourself and for your family, there's not a lot of competition to that. There's just so much upward momentum for people that want it, and you can get it. You can get those promotions. If you master your craft, if you're a great communicator, if you're hungry, you can move up quickly, right?
Absolutely. And what's unique in that is that we want people to, right, sure, there's the hourly wage, but there's the benefits. There's all of those other fringe benefits that people, you really need to think. So I always encourage people, look at the overall total package. Yes, there's the hourly pay. What about the benefits, right? The tuition reimbursement. There's so many things, and the amount of opportunities here, it suddenly becomes, as you evaluate that, a really good career choice. So we just want to encourage everyone, look into the details of it, ask the questions, and realize this is an incredible place to be.
Yeah.
With Fresenius, I think it's really unique that you guys not only make life-saving, products, however, you're also doing the life improvement products. And to take that and transfer it into your associates and improve the life of your associates as well, not just your customers or your patients or whatnot, but to transfer that onto your associates, I think that's really unique and awesome for a company.
Yeah, Heidi, you make a good point. Right, any company, there's a lot of things that we try to do, but we can't forget that we're all people, right? So we want to make sure that we're improving our experience just as human beings, right? If I can be a better employee, but what if I can also be a better spouse, a better mom or dad, or whatever that is. And so we have a lot of things going on in the company that also just makes us just a better person. And so I love those opportunities. I love when we have employees take advantage of all those things, because the feedback it's obvious, right? They're loving the improvement that they're seeing in their lives. And so, yeah, it's definitely a great place to be.
Awesome. Well, Jonathan, we're coming up on your time. Anybody want to ask Jonathan any more questions? Share anything else? Carly, you look like you're trying to talk. So speaking of Carly, she is our on-site out there, and she and Tawny are there to help you feel welcome, to introduce you to your supervisor, your coworkers, be there for any questions, anytime, and really support you in helping you gain the insights and knowledge you need to be successful day one, and help you go through the conversion process and get hired on with with Fresenius. One thing that I wanted to mention here is you can get hired on in multiple ways, not just through Elwood. You have your employment solutions. You have direct hire with Fresenius. So just look at the different opportunities. They're all going to take you to the same place. And so if Fresenius, if you think that's a home for you, you can go any route. And I think if you're interested, type in Fresenius in the chat or send us a private message, and we'll get on a phone call with you and talk about options and talk about where you want to go next. And hopefully that's Fresenius, and you can find your new home.
And if all this hasn't convinced you yet, their cafeteria will.
Yes.
To die for. I gained 10 pounds since I took my first bite in the cafeteria.
I'm going to come visit you one of these days, Jonathan. I need to visit that cafeteria.
Come on by any time of the day. We've got food services.
Steven's buying us lunch in the cafeteria.
Oh, geez. Now you're pushing it. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks, Jonathan, for being such a great guest. And again, if you want to take a sneak peek at what Fresenius looks like, give us a call, and we'll walk you through it, and we'll see if you can land your next career at Fresenius.
See everyone.
Jonathan,
Happy
take
Friday,
care.
guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone. Happy Friday.
All right. Well, are we really an hour into this, Heidi?
Just about. I think we've got about 7 minutes in till we're at an hour.
You know, Eric, who's going to get on here in a minute with Annette talking about ES quality, he's always like, your Facebook lives are too long. We're 20 minutes in, and look at this, we're an hour in. We'll see what he has to say about that.
Oh, he'll have something to say. It's Eric.
All right,
branch manager over there, and he's in Ogden. So if you guys ever get the chance, go visit Eric. He's got a lot of job opportunities.
Well, so far, if we've had over 1,000 viewers, and we've heard from Hayden at Nutraceutical, we've heard from Shayla and Mike Burbank at Autoliv and Promontory, then Braden from the Brigham City facility. We just had an awesome session with Jonathan from Fresenius, and now we are going to welcome Eric Johnson and Annette Brooks. Annette's the site manager for ES Quality. Eric is the key recruiter. He leads a team of recruiters, and we're going to talk about what it looks like to work for ES Quality, why it might be a good fit for you. So with that, we'll go ahead and kick it off.
Just a minute about Alphia first, or no?
Oh my gosh, we skipped. We're going to start. We'll just start with ES Quality. We'll reverse it. I got to learn how to read my own spreadsheet. Annette, so you're 10 minutes early. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Annette Brooks. I'm the big boss at ES Quality.
The big scary boss.
Yes, exactly. The big red-headed monster, like they like to affectionately over here.
That's right.
Yeah.
So she's not that scary, I promise. She's just a big teddy bear. She just looks scary.
Don't say that. Then people come and expect me to be nice.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what ES Quality is. What do you guys do?
So we work inside the Autoliv facilities. We do their quality inspection. So we do different levels of inspection. We do anything from the materials that go into making the airbags to finished product before it goes off to their customer.
And, when I hear production facility inside of Autoliv, it makes me think like, is this a production position? Is this physically demanding? Why don't you give us a little clarity there?
So it is not production. Can be physically demanding. It's easy work, but we do stand for the entire shift. There is some lifting and bending involved, but it's really easy work. I can't express how easy really it is. Usually when people come new, especially if you're not used to an environment where you stand all the time, the first couple days can be probably the most difficult until your body gets used to standing and lifting and that sort of thing again. But then after that, it's old hat. It's totally simple. We train you 100%. I know thinking, quality for airbags, what if I mess up and whatnot, but we train you 100%. The training is very detailed, but it's something really that everybody can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Eric, you've been recruiting from the beginning with ES Quality. What are some things, some attributes you find are more relatable for people that are successful out there?
Well, whenever we do our job postings, I mean, what the word we use is trainable. Like Annette mentioned, these positions don't require, if you've never worked in a production or manufacturing environment before, or a non, maybe you've come from food service or retail or something like that, customer service, and now you're looking to transition, but you don't want to be operating giant machines. You don't want to have to be loading and unloading things 20 times a minute into a machine. The pace and the expectations of ES Quality are definitely different than that. That's what most people think of when they think of work that is good in a production environment. Annette's team is in the production environment, but they're not doing production work.
Correct.
So we look for people where that's a good introduction to light industrial or hands-on type work environments. Another thing with Annette's team is that she has the ability, in most cases, we have the ability to have part-time employees. So most of our production customers are full-time or even full-time plus. A lot of them do mandatory overtime and things like that. So Annette's team has the ability to do half shifts. So you can work the first half or the second half of a day swing or grave shift. So if somebody's looking for supplemental income or something that fits in good with, like a 10 to 2 schedule during the day, works good with school, I can get the kids by 2 something, but I can get them out the door in the morning, or shift in the evening after maybe somebody else in my household works during the day and I want to work in the evening. We have a lot of flexibility. We don't have a lot of customers that have that type of flexibility, so we're excited that ES Quality is one that does have that. They still do some weekend work, and you'll be expected to kind of help with that rotation, but it wouldn't. It doesn't have to be a 40-hour job. Definitely can be a 40-hour job. It can be something if somebody's not sure. They can start as a part-time thing and get a feel for it, and if they want to grow it into a full-time position, we've had employees do that as well.
All right.
And we have all different, like I said, it's so easy that we have all different age groups of people. Like we have young kids all the way up to retired individuals who are even older than me. So it's
older than 40.
Yes, I know. Older than 25, but hey, I stand.
One thing,
do it around their school schedule.
Yes.
The managers here at Elwood Staffing, his son worked out there for a while as his first job. It was a good introduction, and he did the 1:45 to 6 p.m. schedule, so that worked with his school and life schedule. He did as a part-time thing. And like you mentioned, retirees or semi-retirees, or people are looking for, like I said, a less rigorous standing. You're definitely going to get standing and get a few of your steps in, but like I said, it's not going to be back-breaking. It's not going to be like fast-paced loading, unloading, machine operation type work. Just use those good attention to detail skills. And
I started here 100 years ago as a pregnant woman, so part-time.
You did.
I did.
I want to point out, since you mentioned you started 100 years ago, the core group there, Annette's team, they are an experienced team. They've been around for a long time. They work well together. It's just a really, really neat group of individuals that just work hard, work together. They're there for each other, and you don't see that very often these days. And so it says a lot of what you're going to walk into. You're going to walk into a really dynamic culture and team that's really there to help you be set up for success, and to be there when things are really hard and stressful. And I think that's key, right? And when things go crazy, crap hits the fan,
exactly,
everyone's there for each other.
Yeah, you've seen it all. Absolutely. You've done it all. You're not going to freak out because you've seen every type of situation come up, and kind of how to wrangle it and manage it and get it back.
Yes.
All right, Annette,
we always manage to make it work. So
last question for you before we let you go is, tell us just maybe your favorite part of the job for you.
Oh gosh.
Besides pushing the forklift.
Besides being the big boss.
Yeah.
Gosh, my favorite part of the job is going to sound totally weird, but it really has nothing. I mean, it has everything to do with what goes on in this building. But for me, Autoliv's motto is saving lives. And I know we've heard that from, other customers to Elwood earlier. But when I go drive and I unfortunately see an accident and I see that airbags have deployed, that brings it home for me, right? That we, like Stephen mentioned, sometimes we come here and we're getting our behinds kicked, and then other times are easy. Seeing that actually happened and that someone really was saved, and in our own twisted way, we were even a small part of that. That's my favorite part of the job.
Whew. Heidi was on here a couple of weeks ago telling her story when she got in a car accident and how her airbag saved her life, and it was heart-wrenching. It's hard to underscore.
And realistic people who don't have that same frame of mind, right? When I started here, like I said, 100 years ago, I didn't want to just know that I was looking at a little small nut, right? I wanted to know what in the world this little small nut has to do with an airbag deploying properly or whatever. And I carry that home with me every day. Every one of my employees being successful and doing the job that we are supposed to do, I carry that home with me every single day. And when I meet with the staff, I ask them, how many of you go home and worry, okay, did I miss something today? Or was I successful in not missing anything and there's no one, you know what I mean? Everything is going to work out great, because if you're not that person that carries that thought home, then this culture will not fit at all.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Annette. See, you got a passionate boss there. Cares about the end user, cares about her team. So if you want a boss like that, then you should definitely
sign
check
up in
out
my office and we'll get you out to Annette. So
yeah, call that number behind Eric's backdrop there.
801-621-2770.
2770. Thank you, Annette.
Yes, thank you guys.
All right. Well, that was really neat to see Annette talk about why she cares so much about her job. And I think if if you've struggled with maybe a bad boss in the past or currently, take a look at ES quality. You have, it's always stressful. Your boss is always gonna, trying to get the job done. And sometimes it gets stressful, but when you listen to Annette, you can tell that she sincerely cares about what you do and what they're trying to accomplish. And so, call Eric's number behind him if you're interested in ES quality.
Yeah. Cause I've never had that experience. One of my family members worked at Autoliv for a number of years, so I'm very familiar with the culture out there and the importance they have in our community as an employer, and then also just the product that they make. But I've never been in a car that's had an airbag deployed before, so you just take that for granted that one day, whenever that day is, that thing's going to be ready to go and it's going to do what it's supposed to do. If you ever even have to deal with it, Heidi has, and we see accidents every day. So it's important.
All right, Eric. Well, you got 4 minutes now to talk about Alphia. Awesome opportunity right now in Ogden. In fact, we're even got some people coming in from Wyoming just to go work out at Alphia. So tell us a little bit about Alphia. And then from there, we'll jump over and we'll meet with the Layton team and discuss some opportunities out at Kroger.
Cool. So Alphia is a pet food manufacturing company. They're here in Ogden, not too far from our office. This Elwood office is at 30th and Washington. Alphia is at 28th and Wall. They were formerly known as American Nutrition. They were bought out in the last year and have had a rebranding. I think almost all the signs over there now say Alphia. I've been over to the plant a couple times this week and noticed that when some of the signs you pull up on Google Maps that still say American Nutrition or other documents, photos we had are now being updated. And they manufacture pet food. So dog biscuits, your treats being packaged, machines that are packaging those up, dry dog food, dry kibble, pet food. The dry processing department is making that and bagging that up.
If you have a membership at Costco and you've purchased dog food, the Kirtland brand,
those big bags.
Yeah, made right here in Ogden Pride. Woo woo.
And then the can plant. So again, there's wet pet food is in cans, so that's a different process to make that. So some of those positions are more labor intensive. So if you're the type of person that wants to get paid to get your workout in and you want to be lifting 35 pounds throughout a shift, we have positions that are more that direction. You have good machine operation experience or have a little bit or want to go more in that direction and learn how to operate different types of manufacturing machines. We have those types of positions. If you're looking for, again, more of a light packaging position, the bake line or the biscuit line is normally not going to be more than 20 to 25 pounds lifting and is going to be just helping to hand pack, tape up, and stack boxes. So we have a lot of different types of positions. The can plant does 12-hour shifts. The other two departments do 8-hour shifts. So we have days and nights in the can plant, days, swings, and graves in the other departments. So pay is dependent on shift and department and position. Anywhere from $12 to $15 an hour on days, anywhere from 14 to 17 on nights. And then they are doing a attendance bonus also. So every week, anybody who worked all the hours that they were scheduled to work that week, which can include overtime if overtime is being run, gets an extra bonus of $2 an hour for every hour worked. So those pay rates can go up by $2 an hour theoretically. All your time. So.
Well, Alphia, some people get intimidated because you're manufacturing, producing, dog food, and it's a clean environment. You've got a great team there, great supervisors, and you'd be surprised, how much you might enjoy a job manufacturing dog food. Mm-hmm. And the smell's not that bad. It's worse on the outside, right? It's much better on the inside.
Yeah, on the outside of the building, there's exhaust and all that stuff, so it's definitely different. As the bake and the dry plant literally kind of smell bakery-ish. The can plant, we've all opened cans of dog food before, and that doesn't smell like roses necessarily, but it's worse smells out there. So it's not bad.
My dog goes crazy when I go and visit the dry side, the bake side, and I come home and I smell like cookies, dog cookies, and they just go crazy over it.
So,
all right. Well, if you're interested in learning more about Alphia, just type in Alphia or dog food in the chat, and one of our recruiters will reach out to you. You can also private message us, and lots of key positions out there on all shifts. Great opportunity for career growth. If you're a hard worker.
Employees go attempt to hire in the last year. That is definitely a possibility. They are looking for people to add to their permanent workforce, and they offer great benefits. I think they do a dollar for dollar match on their 401k, and health, medical, dental, vision, all that stuff too. So,
all right. Well, thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. We are joined now by Heidi. I don't know where she went, but welcome back.
I was helping get some people set up. We do have people that are interested in some of these jobs. We're starting to get them set up.
You got someone in there that wants to be interviewed on live?
Not in the branch. I'm talking to them online. Maybe we'll see if they can get on.
Well, we've got Ashley here, one of the recruiters in Layton, who's going to talk to us about the openings and career opportunities over at Kroger. Welcome, Ashley.
Hi, guys.
Welcome. And I'm gonna have Heidi interview you on this one. So hold on one second.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Pretty good. So let's just start off a little bit, introducing yourself, talking about how long you've been with Elwood, what your experience has been like, something like that.
Okay. I'm Ashley. I'm one of the recruiters here at the Logan Branch. I've been with the company for, I don't know, almost a year now, something like that. Out here we have Smith's Kroger. Is that the one you're wanting to talk about today? Okay. So Smith's Kroger, it's the Smith's grocery stores that you see out everywhere. It's the distribution center. They're doing all their production for the bakery. The dairy side is where we work. They're just preparing everything to get it out to the grocery stores. Ever since COVID hit, we've noticed the shelves are really empty. They're struggling to get enough products out there. Everybody's trying to stock up and overstock. So they've actually implemented some raises recently for a lot of our employees that are going out there. We have day shift, swing shift, grade shift, and the pay's $13.50 to $14.50 an hour. There's a lot of great opportunities out there as well because getting hired on, they do get a raise. They'll get Smith's discounts at the grocery stores, things like that. So there's a lot of flexibility with it and a lot of benefits as well.
So working over at Kroger, have you been out to the plant before?
Yes.
So what's your favorite part out there?
I think a lot of the leads, the teams that are out there working with our associates, sometimes we will send temporary employees out to manufacturing or warehouses and they're kind of hurdled through like a number. When I went out and visited with Smith and Kroger, it's a little bit different. They get to know them, they get to know their situations. They see where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are, try to see where they can help develop them to move up with the team and to be hired on with the company. And I really like that they take the time to do that.
So we did get a comment on here. Somebody is asking, what are the job duties like over at Kroger? What are your various job duties like over there?
Well, we have two separate sides. We have the bakery and the dairy. Over in the dairy, they're going to be doing a lot of production, counting popsicles, bagging popsicles, getting them packaged up, ready to be taken out to the stores. Same with the ice cream. Milk crates they're going to be filling with jugs of milk to get those sent out as well. On the bakery side, it's the bakery production goods. All of the machines are making everything. They're just packaging, labeling, boxing up to get it out to the grocery stores as well.
Okay. So walk me through what it's like to get set up over there at Kroger, like what the recruitment process looks like, application process, and then the training that they do.
So we bring them in here to Elwood. We'll go through our regular application processes, get them staffed and ready.
Hey, sorry, the phones were ringing off the hook. Like
that's a good thing.
Seriously, we've gotten like, I don't know, we've already got over 20 interviews set up, and I mean we're at 5,000 viewers. It's going crazy.
That's good. That's what we want to hear.
What did I miss?
We're just talking about Smith and getting through the process. So
yeah. Ashley's just walking us through what it's like to get set up and how to apply and things like that.
Awesome.
We have a nice little orientation we do here with them, regardless if they're going to the bakery or the dairy. We'll get them set up with all the gear that they need, all the PPE, and then we'll get them sent out there for their first day. Their first day out at Smith's, the supervisor will be anticipating their arrival. They'll have a list of everyone that's coming out. They'll run them through an orientation, a safety evacuation plan, just the basics on that, run them through all the different lines and start training on what line they're going to be on.
Awesome. So, Ashley, you're hiring for the dairy and the bakery.
Yes.
In the bakery, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can pick the days that you want to work, right? They're 12-hour shifts, but you can pick 1 day a week, 5 days a week.
Absolutely. Overtime's unlimited.
It's huge. A lot of, if you're a college student, if you're somebody that's maybe got a limited schedule, trying to work around your kid's schedule, your family schedule, your spouse's schedule, if you can pick a couple 12-hour shifts, you can get great pay, great benefits, and hit the ground running.
Yeah, it's really great too, because there's a lot of people that we have that come in that want to do just a weekend job because they do have school during the week or they have another job they work during the week. So that's something that the availability is there to do days or graves through the weekend as well. So it makes it nice because it's part-time or full-time. Yeah,
definitely. Now, what's the pay? Did you guys talk pay yet?
We have not.
All right, so let's get to the nuts and bolts, Ashley. What's the pay look like?
Out of the bakery, it's going to be $13.50 on days. It's going to be $14 on graves. Out of the dairy, it's the same, but we have a swing shift in the dairy, which is $14.25.
Okay, what's the shift on swings? Or just give us the shifts for normal days and nights, and then swings.
Yeah, so days and nights over at the bakery, it's 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. Over on the dairy side, there's a couple of different sections. It'll start anywhere from 5 to 6 a.m., going anywhere from 2 to 3. And then we have our 2 to 10 as our swing shift, and then 10 to 6 is going to be the graves.
There's a lot of companies that have that 5 p.m., 6 p.m. shift. And I always thought it was odd, like driving home from work, and I see this long line in Starbucks at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm like, why would you want coffee at 5 p.m.? Are you crazy? Now I know why. They're just starting their day.
They might be going to their second job.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and which is definitely an option here if you want some extra income, full time or part time.
So we did get a comment on one of the groups. They are asking if they can try the food at the bakery.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, that's not an option just because of food and health regulations, but they're more than welcome to stop by any Smith's grocery store. Sample out what they made earlier that day.
The pumpkin chocolate chip cookies.
Pumpkin pies.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Those are to die for.
So they don't have a cafeteria there where they, have all the food out and you get to eat the food.
Unfortunately, they don't. They have an amazing break room area though that has a ton of different food options in it. There's a lot of vending options as well, but unfortunately, no, they don't. But they do have what I think is interesting is paid lunches and breaks. So you don't ever clock out for any of your breaks or lunches. You're paid the entire time that you're there, which I think that's really nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
They may not feed you the products, but at least they pay to eat. There you go. Like that.
You just got 8 likes from that comment. Paid lunch. That's awesome.
Elwood should look into that.
Yeah. I agree.
Ashley,
don't get me started here. Okay. All right. So I want to end it with Heidi asking you a really hard question.
it's not that hard of a question.
Come on, Heidi, hit us with it.
All right, Ashley, what is your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness, I am a compliance person. We won't say what they call me in the office, but compliance is a huge thing for me. SOPs are huge, so compliance. I like to follow the rules. I know that there's fine lines here and there, but it just needs to be done right. Everybody needs to be taken care of. Our clients are really important to us, but our associates are even more important because without them, we wouldn't be here.
So what's wrong with compliance? Why do you have to be so compliant?
I've worked other companies, with other companies before, and not everybody's as compliant as Elwood is. Elwood's really awesome. We have an amazing team behind all of these associates that you see out here helping, that make it right, that make it a safe place to work, that will make sure that you're taken care of, follows all the proper procedures. It's really important to me because I've worked other places before where it wasn't taken care of that way with some other staffing agencies and people weren't taken care of. So I love that here.
You see this, Heidi, that's actually how I usually answer that question is I make you forget that you even asked the question. You're just like, you're blown away by the response and you're like, well, okay, I don't know how to disagree with that. You just said it was a weakness, but that doesn't sound like a weakness. And then you move on with the next question.
Well, actually, so I analyzed it a little bit deeper than you did, Stephen. However, she did say she is a compliance person and that it's very important to her and she really has a hard time letting go of that control on it, that there needs to be, the nitpick, and that can be a weakness if used incorrectly. However, she has turned her weakness into a strength to a company that not only will allow her to be, compliance controlling and whatnot, but will also allow her to use that weakness as a strength to ensure that our associates are taken care of.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Ashley, thank you for jumping on and talking about jobs at Kroger. You did great. And I look forward to seeing you on the next live. You're probably going to be filling in here. I don't know, maybe with Andrew when we talk about lifetime.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So if you guys are interested in going over to Kroger, just make sure to comment below, just either bakery, Kroger, something like that, Smith's Foods. We'll get you set up. You can also go to elwoodjobs.com or call any of the Elwood offices and we'll get you going.
Okay, Heidi. So I'm excited about this next segment. It is Logan, the Logan, Utah branch, talking about some of the openings there. And are you going to include Paula on this one, or is she too busy, hiring people?
She's actually been on the phone almost this entire time because you see this right here, this beautiful phone number that we have had up this entire time. So the number is being called more often than it normally is. So her in the background, but she's actually currently on the phone and has been just about this entire time. She's also to monitor some of the comments on Facebook.
We're getting quite a few. We're getting lots of shares. I'm just following it here on my huge phone / computer.
That is not a phone.
It is too.
No, it's not.
So talk to us just for a few minutes about what's going on in Cache Valley and who's hiring.
So we've actually had some really exciting things happen over here in Cache Valley. We've got a lot of new jobs opening. There's a huge variety going on right now. And really unique thing about this Facebook Live, everybody gets 10-minute slots to talk about each one of their jobs. But because Elwood Staffing has so many companies in Logan that we're working with, we have 10 minutes to talk about all of them.
Didn't you and Paula just tell me this morning you guys had 9 new companies yesterday that signed up and placed orders?
In the past 2 days, it's been 9 new companies that have placed orders with us over here in Logan. And we have a current total. And keep in mind, this is, we've been staffing and then we get more and then we're staffing and then we get more. But with our openings right now, we have over 19 companies that are looking for associates just through Elwood Staffing. That's not even mentioning the other jobs that are open in the area that haven't come through Elwood Staffing yet. So
all right, well, let's
market.
Let's do rapid fire. What jobs, pay? Let's hit it.
So we've got construction positions, and we've got about 3 or 4 different companies with that one. You're going to range anywhere between 7 a.m. start time to 8 a.m. start time. Normally they stay around those times so that you're doing it during the daylight hours. You're looking anywhere between $14 an hour to $17.50 an hour in construction positions. We've also got road construction going on. We've got gate guards, for lack of a better word. And those guards, what you're doing is you're opening and closing the gate to make sure the facility stays secure. Those are some of our temp options that are open right now. With our long-term positions, we've got production positions at our Donnelly right now. Those ones are a really great work environment. You're looking 3.5 days a week because they work 12-hour shifts 3 days a week and then 1 6-hour shift. Those are some great opportunities there. They are opening up some swing shift opportunities, 8-hour shifts. They've just opened up a couple of those. So that
what do you do out at RR Donnelly? What type of work is it?
RR Donnelly is where they print and package mail. So it could be either that you're hand folding the mail and stuffing it into envelopes, or that you're
Braden would have been a great fit.
Yes, that's actually exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh my word, you would do great at RR Donnelly, but yeah. So
are we gonna arrange a trade? Like you take his spot, he'll come and work at RR Donnelly packaging mail.
Are you willing to get rid of me, Stephen?
No, I take it back.
I thought I was off the hook there, but I remember last time we talked, I have a 20-year non-compete.
That's right. It's 25 now.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
It's okay.
But anyways, and then we have jobs at All About Socks, again, a lightweight. They just increased their starting pay from 12 an hour. They just increased it up to 15 an hour so that they're a little bit
nice
in the market. And to kind of help you guys, they understand that 12 is pretty hard to live off of right now. So they've just increased that to help out with.
Do they have bamboo socks?
I'm sure they do. I went over there and I was actually looking at their socks. It's really cool what kinds they have over there. I love the fuzzy socks though.
What?
I'm a huge fan of fuzzy socks.
I just sweat through my feet. And
I'm
so
like sliding around in the kitchen. I like to put the fuzzy socks on, and then we turn on the music and do a little dance party.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's fun with my kids. They love it. So,
all right, so you've got some
Socks is
positions
hiring.
All About Socks. How much is the pay?
15 an hour, and it is a day shift, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 3:30 p.m., or they have an 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So it just kind of depends on which area that you're placed in. Tons of advancement opportunities. They are looking to increase production in their facility. So there is some advancement opportunities there as well. They're in about double in size. So super excited about that. We've got skilled positions such as like a maintenance technician right now that's going anywhere between 20 to 25 an hour in South Logan at the Zollingers Center. Yep. So we've got some skilled positions that are really nice pay right now. Let's see what else I've got going on. I've got customer service and warehouse work for Camp Chef. They're the ones who make your, I don't know why I explain this every time because I call it a Camp Chef whenever I'm describing it. I'm like, they're the ones who make your camp chefs
Oh no.
out.
No wonder why you can't hire anybody. You explain it the wrong way. I'm just kidding.
It's like, it's your grills and your smokers and your camp chefs. I don't know.
That's what I love about Camp Chef is their smokers are top notch. And
they're nice.
And the price point is like a quarter of what you pay for a Traeger.
Yep, and they've got the outdoor cookware and everything.
They're
so
better than Traeger.
Paula says they're better than Traeger.
Hey, you know what? I'm willing to be convinced. Just send me one.
I know they do have customer service and warehouse over there right now. So either way that you're looking to work, we've got positions that way. I've got an entry-level position in accounts payable if you've got some QuickBooks experience. So we've got a lot of openings over here in Logan right now.
Woo! All right. Well, so if you live in Cache Valley, I'm sorry. And I mean, if you live in Cache Valley,
why do you hate Cache Valley? It's the best valley.
Cache Valley is great.
It really is. We've got a really tight community over here. Know people by name. When we have people come into the office, they're like, "Hey, I'm here for the," and I'm like, "I know who you are. Come on, in, your family." Dave
Wilson always on his podcast, he always gives me like a hard time. He's like, "Oh, Steve from Utah, where they got more cattle than people," and that stigma is not Utah. It's just Cache Valley. He's talking about Cache Valley.
It's true.
Oh, you're not supposed to take his side.
All right, so we get a comment here. Is it possible to work 2 separate jobs with Elwood Staffing? Can I stuff envelopes at R. Donnelly for 3.5 days and perform gate security? That's a really good question. It depends. We have to get both clients to agree to share you. So because if you get overtime at one company, which company is going to pay for it? And as long as we can get on the same page with both companies, then absolutely. Just it's a little challenging sometimes, but not impossible. So that is a fantastic question.
Along the lines of that, though, the gate security is a temp position. So that one's only going on for about a week, I want to say. And at R. Donnelly, we do have to wait for your background check to come back since it is a secure facility where you're handling mail. It is something where we have to wait for your background check to clear before we can send you out there and give you a badge. So during that waiting period, we can definitely get you to work on one of our temp positions, such as gate security, and then send you off to R. Donnelly. If it's where you're looking to work 2 different jobs, maybe it's not an agreement we can make with our clients. I do have suggestions.
My goal, and this is gonna cause some rift, but my goal, I want like self-dispatch to multiple companies in 1 week. Like you can work 1 day here, 2 days there, and everybody agrees that we'll share overtime. Because you'll get your fair share here and there. But you want to work at 5 different companies. I think that's amazing. You should. Now, do we have that in place now? No, but we're working on it. I want to work.
Definitely. And if we can't make it happen, I will. If that's something that you need to work 2 different jobs to make your livelihood to be able to afford what you need to, I will help you out that way, whether it's sending you directly to the company or giving you some options in the valley of what's open, who's hiring the most, who has the most openings that you're more likely to get in at. I'll help you either way, even if it's not going to be beneficial to Elwood.
Yeah. Yeah. And we might be able to find you a position that just pays enough to meet your desired income that you don't have to work 2 jobs.
We'll take the income from this one, smash them together, and allow overtime.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, welcome back, Ashley. How are you doing today?
Fantastic.
So did Andrew decide to to skip this one?
He said my face is cuter.
I mean, he has a point.
Maybe. Depends on the day.
I'm not going to comment on that one.
Stay safe.
Yes, exactly. So Ashley was with us about 20 minutes ago discussing opportunities out at Kroger, and we wanted her to come back, as well as Andrew, to discuss opportunities out at Lifetime. So Ashley, why don't you give us a walkthrough of some of the positions over at Lifetime, what that looks like, shifts, pay. Let's have some fun with it.
Yeah, we have quite a few different shifts that are open over there at Lifetime. We have days, swings, and graves. And the nice thing is I've noticed a lot of associates that are coming back through Elwood have actually been to Lifetime before, and Lifetime has a pretty forgiving policy for people that have left, whether they, gave notice or not. As long as a certain period of time has went by, they're letting them return, and the pay has increased by about $3 an hour since it was last year. So a lot of employees that had worked out there previously didn't know that. So that's nice. The pay starts at 15 for all day shifts across the board in all departments, 16 for swings, 16.50 for graves. We have quite a few different departments out there. We have our metals department, manufacturing, plastics, lumping, pretty much every angle out there. Lifetime products, they make sheds, they make play sets, coolers, tables, chairs, you name it. If it's plastic, they make it.
I'm pretty sure every household has a Lifetime product in their house.
Whether they realize it or not, I think they do.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned day shift, $15 an hour.
Yes.
Swings is how much?
16.
16, and graves?
16.50.
16.50. So those are some really, really great wages. And the shifts are, these are what, Sunday through Thursday, Monday through Friday?
Yes. Yes. And they're nice too, because some of the shifts, depending on the department, will start at 6 a.m. Some start at 8 a.m. So I know some people have to drop their kids off at school first or be able to be off in time to pick them up from school. So there's a lot of flexibility out there with the different shifts they have. Not every department stays with the exact same shift schedule, which makes it really nice because there's a lot of variety.
Yeah, definitely. So what someone working in the plastics department versus the metals, what's the difference? Walk us through that.
The biggest difference is going to be temperature. The plastics department, they're taking chunks of plastics, putting it in a blow mold machine, and they're creating the kayaks, the paddle boards, the tables, the chairs, different pieces like that. So it's a warmer environment. They can wear shorts, they can wear t-shirts. They have a lot of fans, misters, things like that going out there, but it stays about 80 degrees out there in that facility. Whereas the metals department, it's a little bit cooler. They're cooling down pieces of hot metal. It's a wet environment because they are dousing it with water to cool it down. That one requires steel-toed boots, pants. They provide all the PPE equipment that you'll need. So the variation in that department is one's, a wet environment, kind of wet, dirty, cooler environment. One of them's a little more hot, dry environment.
Yeah. All right. And then maybe a good question as well to ask you, Ashley, is those that work out there and really love what they do, what are some of those one, two, or three things that they love about their job out there?
I would say the flexibility and the benefits. Out there, it's 60 days for hire on. So Lifetime hires all of its employees through Elwood agency or agency similar to us. They go through a trial period out there for 60 days. Great attendance is going to get you hired on there quicker. We've seen employees work out there for 2 weeks and get hired on directly after 2 weeks.
What?
Getting a $2, yeah.
Whoa.
Getting a $2 raise is a huge thing.
A $2 raise on top of that?
Yeah.
So I could be making I could be making $16.50 and then get hired on and be making $2 more.
And you'll get great benefits.
Whoa.
Right?
Wow. All right. Well, what about some of the on-site amenities out there?
They have a great management and supervisor team out there. We have our lead HRs that are out there that we're constantly in contact with, but they have a lot of leads and supervisors as well that work really close with a lot of our associates as far as training. Some of the lines aren't for everyone. Some of the lines move a little faster than other ones, and they're really good at implementing different procedures and policies to put, doubling up staff on one line if it's a little quicker and they might need a little extra help, or putting them on a line that's going to be a little bit more effective for them to be productive. So I think that's great. Instead of just pushing them to the side or sending them back to us, they'll work with them.
Sorry, phone was ringing. All right. Well, there's also, they've got vending machines, break rooms, microwaves, refrigerators, nice big open area to eat. Okay. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for jumping on. We are right back on track. We're going to get Autoliv on here from AOA. We've got Sacombe waiting in the lobby. And we're going to have one of our on-sites join. We'll go from there. So thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
All right, Heidi, let's add Sacombe on here. Sacombe, welcome. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. So is Angie going to join you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
you know if Andy's going to join you?
You know, something came up, so she asked me to help fill in. So
That's okay.
I'll do my best.
You will still have fun here. I've just chatted Shandy. She's going to jump on.
Cool.
So Combe, it's been about a month since you were on the last one.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Well, good. So
I
tell
don't
us a
think
little
I've
bit.
ever met you. So you work there at Autoliv?
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your history? You got a fun, interesting history with Autoliv.
Yeah, you can say that. So I've been with Autoliv, Heidi, for 19 years. I actually started out with, oh my goodness, remind me, Stephen.
SOS.
SOS.
Yes.
So, years ago, and I just learned that you guys acquired SOS. So
Hey,
right.
This is Melissa with Elwood.
Hi.
Hi, Shandy.
Brought to our attention that
Go ahead and mute yourself,
Hello.
Um, she's so cute.
All right. So you started. So that's what I was pointing out there is Combe started with an SOS way back when, which is so awesome to see. Somebody start out with SOS Elwood and move up through the ranks. And you've recently landed at AOA.
Helping AOA. I'm not in their plant, but we're family. Yeah, we're all family, so we support one another. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, 19 years, and it's been quite a ride, and I'm still loving it. So it's
That's awesome. Yeah. All right, so talk to us
you to Elwood in the first place. You said you worked there for 19 years.
Where at?
What brought you to Autoliv in the first place?
Oh, well, I started out on the line actually in Brigham City, building inflators. Man, we've come a long ways. It's like I actually went there for a tour a month ago, and on that same line where we have 4 or 5 people, passing the inflator around to each machine, there's robots doing all that. And there's like one person, inspecting the parts at the end and just packing it out. I'm just like, how cool is that? Coming from 4 to 5 people building one part to a robot doing it all. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's really crazy.
All right, so we've walked through a lot of the benefits at Autoliv, but I know Heidi's got some questions for you. So go ahead, Heidi.
Okay, so I always like to ask people this question, and it's just because I like to view the different kinds of answers. So, what is your biggest weakness?
Oh, I knew this was coming because I was kind of trolling you guys. So I tend to overwork. I think that's got that from my parents. They were really passionate about their jobs, and I think they passed it on to me. But working here at Autoliv, I just have that passion of what I do, saving lives, right? I mean, what a cool thing. We come to work and we make such a big impact in within the community and the world. Helping to save everyone's lives that way when they, get in their car, pull up, and when they're on that road every single day. So yeah, I tend to overwork a lot. I have to consciously bring myself back into my body, right, and be like, okay, you need to take a break. You haven't gone to the bathroom, and you need to just take care of that, right? Or eat, or take a drink or something. But yeah, I have to really remind myself to just take a break. But one cool thing is that at least I realize that, and I'm working on it. So I know it's a weakness and I recognize it. So when I go home, I turn on Netflix and I just binge watch everything because I just need that break, that mental break when I get home. So
how does Autoliv help you with that work-life balance? I know that they've got some great programs out there, but what do they help you with that?
She just doesn't use them.
I just don't use them. I save them till the very end. Well, we have 12 paid holidays, so that's pretty cool. Also, we have an on-site clinic. You guys, it's like $10 copay. It's awesome. Yeah, so we have that just across the street from us. And then we have an on-site gym. So in order for me to stay at, in my office and do everything that I need to get done for the day, I go to the gym before work. So I spend about 2 hours in the gym every day. And that helps out a ton. Or else, I'll go home and I might not have a family if I don't do that.
Especially with the cafeteria there, I'm sure that the gym definitely helps to counteract that.
Yep. We
At
have
least
that
it was for
balance
me.
there. Yep, we have that balance there for sure.
It's great questions.
Yes.
All right. So we are hiring for all shifts at
All
Autoliv.
shifts. Yes.
Daves, swings, and graves. Oh my gosh, just got a comment. That's Steven's weakness too. The whole work, that's my wife.
Cafeteria? Okay.
No,
I was going to say the cafeteria.
The
Hi,
work-life
Courtney.
balance or the lack
Yep.
of work-life balance.
Yeah.
I don't go home though and binge on Netflix. I just go home and keep working.
Oh man, Steven.
It's
There's
terrible.
a lot of good shows out there.
but then I just work until I crash. So 9 p.m. I'm out like a light bulb, and then
Hey, if you
back
can
up
stay
at
asleep.
3 a.m. and doing it again.
If you can stay asleep for however 5-6 hours, I think that straight sleep definitely helps.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I keep telling myself.
Bulletproof coffee though.
Yes.
The butter in the coffee, I've heard.
Have you tried?
I have actually grass-fed butter.
Grass-fed butter.
It helps with just helps with the cravings in the mornings, right?
Right.
Put fat in you and it kind of lasts a few hours.
You and me are going to be friends. I already know
I was
it.
gonna say, I think Steven's just found his new best friend.
Well, good, awesome.
We
love
all give
having
him praise
best
for his bulletproof coffee, so at least there's somebody on his side.
Sometimes I just take a stick of butter and start gnawing on it in the morning.
Oh, Stephen.
Just like honey.
So Shandy's got a bad signal there, so we're not gonna run with the.
It's really bad. I can't even hear you guys. Only every other word.
You sound good, so go ahead and talk to us about the openings there.
Perfect. I can hear you now. We have lots of openings for swings and graves right now. All shifts, well, not really days, but more swings and graves starting immediately. We would love to have you guys on our team. It's a great place to be.
Up, and we lost her.
It's a great place to be. I think that's what Shandy was trying to say.
That's a great way to end it right there. Great place to be.
Yeah.
So I heard a rumor
I'm
that
still
you guys
here.
do Potato Head. Is that a thing?
Do we what?
For your training cell? Is that the thing at Autoliv playing with Mr. Potato Head?
You're not playing with Mr. Potato Head. You're learning, putting together.
Putting it together. Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. It's Mr. Potato Head. I might go through the training just to experience.
You should. You really should.
It's the coolest thing.
You should come in for a tour and we'll take you through the whole experience, Heidi.
Yes.
And
Stephen will arrange it.
We'll even throw in a free lunch. How about that?
Oh.
You've
There
got
you
me
go.
sold. Okay, I am sold. I'm coming. I will be there next week.
Hey, hit me up, girl. You got it.
All right.
Okay,
So go ahead.
I do want
Go
to
ahead.
mention, since I'm helping support all of the Northern Utah facilities, we do have 3 openings for forklift drivers at our UOL building. So that's our warehouse. The times are from 2 to 10:30, so it's swing shift. We prefer you to be certified on the forklifts. So there you go.
Awesome.
Yep, you can make up to
Great.
$90 an hour.
Woo! Great
Yeah.
pay, great benefits on day one.
Yep.
So Sacombe, how do they apply for direct hire?
For direct hire, so we go to www.autoliv.com/careers. And also reach out to me on LinkedIn. Email me, sacombe.cutler@autoliv.com, and I will take care of you.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Sacombe. You've been a great guest. Again, Autoliv's hiring in all facilities, lots of positions. Swings and graves are their favorite right now. Should be yours too. And let's get you out there. If you're interested, just type in Autoliv in the comments, send us a private message, contact any of our recruiters, as well as you can do direct hire, just autoliv.com/careers. Go to their careers page and check out the positions and see if there's one that's going to be a good fit for you. And I believe some facilities are looking at some part-time weekend shifts as well. So if you're looking for a weekend, you can be a weekend warrior. There's some options there. All right.
Yep. All right.
Thank you, Sacombe.
Nice
Thank you,
seeing you guys.
Sandy.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Call me.
I will.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. All right. So this is moving. We're almost 2 hours in, Heidi.
It doesn't even feel like it.
Right? We got lots of viewers. We've had over 100 shares, over 1,000 likes. So we're going to bring on the most popular person of our Facebook Live here. I'm going to lay some framework here, Heidi. Jamie, we did this video, I don't know, a year ago where she's talking about jobs in her market, and she's just so full of energy and passionate. And I don't think she even took a breath this whole time. And that video got like 100,000 views on YouTube. She became a YouTube star overnight. And I, of course, monetized off it, got all the money and didn't tell her about it.
Oh my goodness.
So we're going to add Jamie. She's going to talk about some of her jobs. And then from there, we're going to pivot over to West Liberty Foods. She's going to introduce the management team there and talk about jobs and what's going on at West Liberty. We'll give them the opportunity to share some of the things they're excited about at West Liberty. So Jamie, we'll let you talk about everything except for West Liberty, and then we'll bring them onto the program. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Look at that backdrop. Did you throw that banner up just for the show?
We sure did. Yep.
So Jamie, I actually had an associate come into the office the other day, and they said they were working with the Brigham branch and it was great, but then they moved to the Logan area, and you guys had said, go to the Logan branch. They're great. They'll help you out. And they were like, I don't know. They're not going to be as nice as the people. They're not not you guys. I want to work with Brigham branch. And then he was like, you guys were awesome too, but I was so nervous because I had such a great experience in Brigham. That really speaks to your team over there.
We like to take care of our people.
It shows.
Jamie's got an awesome team.
I do. I'm lucky. I have a really good team.
All right, Jamie. So why don't you introduce yourself and then jump into some of the jobs there in Box Elder County?
Sure. So I'm Jamie James, branch manager. I have been in the staffing industry for 16 years now. Started with SOS, moved to Elwood when they were acquired. So I love this. I'm very passionate about my job. I do talk fast, and Steven's right. I very rarely breathe. I just go for it. So
you got a comment the other day on the last Facebook Live you were on. It was Shane saying he loves Jamie. So great working with her. He misses her. You're just so awesome.
He's awesome too. I really, really like working with Shane too. Yeah, he's a great guy. But yeah, so in my area, I have so much opportunity right now, and I am so passionate about a lot of my clients that we have. Lewis Cabinets, and the thing that we have that's good for you guys to know too is that we are not just production. So I think sometimes we're such a small town that they're like, oh, Elwood only has Autoliv. That's not the case. We have so many jobs available. So we have Lewis Cabinets, and they are a cabinetry company. You're building cabinets. Awesome team to work with. They're smaller companies, so you really have that team dynamic out there. I love it out there. Positive attitude, positive energy. Their HR, Greg, he's one of the best HR people I've ever worked with. Engaged in his team, so great company there to do. We also have forklift driving, so out at Kenco, and they're inside Procter & Gamble. I don't know if you guys know Procter & Gamble, but they are huge. The good news is they are expanding right now. So they have acquired the Always brand there. So they are doubling their business. Now is the time to get in to them so you can start off, because there's going to be a ton of management things coming open that you can transfer to as these expansions go. So now is the time to start. Roof trusses. So we have places that build wooden roof trusses. We have people that build steel roof trusses. We have several different companies that are working there. Just got a new client today, in fact, that is doing landscaping. So if you're someone who likes to work outside, I mean, we have tons. And then, of course, we have Autoliv. And Autoliv is my passionate company. They are the ones that I absolutely love working for. They are stable. They're solid. They have a good reputation. I mean, they're in the community. They care about their people. Again, best HR team you're ever going to work with. We have
you have a comment here. Somebody on Facebook. Why don't you read it, Heidi?
Sorry, I was muted. The Brigham City Elwood team rocks. Jamie, Jessica, and Atisha truly care about each and every person that walks through their door. And we hear that every day with the people that we work with, because Brigham's so close to Logan that we hear that time and time again from people.
Yep. We really enjoy. We are here for the associates. So you guys are the reason we have a job. So we will take care of you, and we'll do everything we can to make it a good experience for you for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we even I had a girl come all the way up from Salt Lake today because she wanted to do an interview here, and she even wants to work in Salt Lake. So if it's just you want a friendly face to talk to and someone you know is going to take care of you, we are your people. We're the better people.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
there you go.
Give me chills.
So yeah, with Autoliv though, it's production work, and I also have what's called tug drivers out there. So you can do production control or you can do production. And it's several different jobs. So it's not just entry-level assembly line. I mean, we have technical, we have clerical, and the good thing about Autoliv as well is they promote from within. So you can start as a production associate, and you can be the head of HR. That actually has happened. We have real stories with those things. So a lot of people also that I like to always say on here is they don't give promontory a chance. It has a stigma of, oh, I don't want to drive that far. But I'm telling you, if you just open your eyes and just like really give it a chance, you are not going to love your job more than working at promontory. They hire you on faster. It is an easy job. I mean, once you just have to get your flow. When you have your flow, you go to work and you just go. It's easy to learn. And it's a lot of computer work. So if you're someone that would rather, get on the technical side of things versus be on the production side of things, I mean, it has so much room. And again, you promote from within. So you have so much room to grow out there.
And with that commute, I know a lot of people have talked about that previously, about not wanting that commute, but I can tell you guys, commutes are not bad. We need to get past this stigma, because you have 30 minutes before work to get into work mode, and you have 30 minutes after work to get out of work mode and to get into home life mode. You have that time where instead of just being thrown home and thrown to work and you're in a slump by the time that you get there, you have that. And I mean, I'm on book number 85 this year.
You are not.
I have anywhere between a 30-minute to 45-minute commute, depending on where we're at the time.
I think a lot of people don't realize even is that the distance from Brigham to Promontory is the same as from Brigham to Ogden. So, I mean, you drive to Ogden 2-3 times a week and don't think twice about it. It's the same thing. You'll be driving to Promontory 3 times a week. 4 times 1 week. I mean, it's not bad at all. They're such a good company to work with because they are smaller out there. And so it does have that community feel. You have your team and you just build with that team. Also the HR, Shayla out there, I mean, you met her at the first of the show, and she's so compassionate and she's empathetic, and she's just a really, really easy HR person to work for. And I know upper management really sometimes makes the job. People that you work for make the job. This is a great place to go to for that kind of a thing. So they're really good. And then,
Jamie,
yeah.
Did we miss any others that we missed?
Just Holiday Inn. We have hotel housekeeping as well. So if you're interested in that, it's part-time day shift. I know a lot of people are looking for part-time right now. So that is something that we have that we can get you started on as well.
Awesome. Looks like we got another comment here. Autoliv Promontory has immediate openings. Could start out at $20.80 an hour. Woo! Not bad.
Yep. And it's so fast to get started. It's so fast.
All right. So we've got another great company that your branch services that's on our list on our panelists today. And we've got Maximo and Mike. So without further ado, Jamie, I'd like you to introduce Maximo and Mike.
Yes, we really enjoy. Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed working with these guys. In fact, we used to go out there every single day for every orientation. So we got to meet them every morning until COVID decided to throw a wrench in everything. But fantastic team to work for. I can tell you, anytime we have anything that we're like, hey, we need an answer on this, they're fast. So you're going to have an excellent team. Upper management that's for you at West Liberty Foods. Great company. good
Thank
people.
you. Yes, thank
So-
you. Excited to be here.
All right, so Mike and Maximo, if you don't mind, just give us a brief summary. Introduce yourself, how long you've been with West Liberty, your role, and then let's jump into jobs.
Okay, yeah, I'm Mike Furman. I'm the HR supervisor. I've been with West Liberty for about 8 months now,
So you're brand new.
Yeah, I'm a little new.
So that means you started during like the craziness of the pandemic.
You know what? I was kind of part of that, and with the we'll just say after the pandemic, the way things went, then I ended up here, which was a good place to end up. So.
Oh wow!
Really happy to be here. Really turned out well for me. So.
Well, good.
Maximo.
Yes, I've been here my name is Maximo. You know me already. Okay. I've been here in the company about 2 years, a little more. I'm excited to be here. It's been a long journey, and I'm ready for more years to come. This is
yes.
Great. Yes, this is great.
I remember meeting you a couple of years ago. You know, you're at the front desk, beeping people in, buzzing people in, and you know, I just was always impressed with our interactions, and I'm glad to see you now in your new role. It's incredible.
Yes, it's new proof that we can grow in the company.
So let's talk about West Liberty Foods for a minute. Tell us a little bit about what West Liberty Foods does in that facility. What are you producing, and
so
let's go from there.
Yeah, we're a meat packaging plant, but we're not a kill site. So sometimes people want to know about that. We're not a kill site. We have the meat shipped into us, and then we take that, we process it, cook it, slice it, package it, and then send it out to our clients. Our customers are Subway, Hillshire Farms, Costco, those type of places. So, but basically that's kind of primarily what we do is the processing and shipping out of the ready-to-eat meats. So,
you know, I had no idea until I took a tour of the facility that you know, you guys are producing the processing the meat for, you know, some of my favorite places like Subway. I had no idea. I thought that was just awesome. And then Costco, like, you know, I just the cold cuts is what I call them. I had no idea they came right out of West Liberty here in Tremont.
Yep. In fact, we're one of their main suppliers, and they're our biggest. Subway's our biggest customer. So if you're eating meat from Subway, it probably came from here.
So we can just skip Subway. Do you guys have a shop there? We can just make our own sandwich every day.
We have the meat. You can take the meat home and make it at home, but nothing else.
That's the good thing is you do get your employee discount on meat there, and it is worth it.
We do.
Jamie, do we have a discount set up?
You know what? With Dr. Shane, we could probably work something out for you. We're always looking to work something. So
tell us a little bit about the openings you guys have right now.
First thing I tell you, we have over 100 openings.
Oh, wow.
And the business is growing and expanding. So there's some job security there, but also it means we've got about 40 to 50 more openings that we expect to come in the next month. So we've got a lot of positions available that we're trying to get filled. They're both on first and second shift. They are in production, obviously, machine operator, our warehouse and shipping department. Shipping receiving is what we kind of call it, but it's really warehouse. And then we have some maintenance openings as well, right?
We have maintenance second shift as well.
So any of those things, and I'll let Max or Maximo tell you a little bit more about those, about what they do and things. But there is opportunity to grow within the company, kind of like you were talking about. And in fact, we're one of those companies who have that. Our HR department is a situation where somebody started on the floor and has moved up. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. And we love to do that, and we try to do that, and it's a great company for that. Starting wage for first shift is $15.35 an hour. We have an 80% or 80 cent increase if you do second shift, so $16.15 an hour for that.
Woo! Now you're speaking my language.
We have that. We have great benefits. In fact, you know, I've worked at a number of different places, and like we just said, I came from another, you know, not too long ago to here, but really great benefits package from what I've seen compared to other companies as far as what the company pays, you know, in your health benefits, medical, dental, all of that. We do have 401k matching. Obviously, we have company paid life insurance that we do, and opportunities to improve that. We have right from day one, you have a week worth of vacation that you're eligible for.
Oh wow! Up front?
Yeah, right up front. Week worth of vacation. You do have all the paid holidays and things as well that we do. After I think 2 years, then you get another week of vacation on top of that you're eligible for. And then we have to incent people to improve their attendance, or if you have perfect attendance, we let you earn additional days.
Okay.
So we try to work around people's schedules and what they try to do. So, and that's
awesome.
Of what we're doing.
Yeah. So you've been there for 8 months, Mike. What have you, and Maximo, you've been there for a couple of years. What would you say, what are some of the attributes of the people out there that, have stayed long-term or very successful? They love what they do. What does that look like?
In my case, I could say, and this is something that I tell to all the candidates when they come to work or an interview here, we promote 99% of the time we promote with you. Okay, so for example, for entry level, which is called level 2 here, level 3 as a pallet jack operator, and level 4 machine operators and forklifts operators, we hire them from outside, in some cases with no experience at all. Okay? We always prefer people with experience, but we take them without experience and we train them and certify here. But for level 5, which is lead, and level 6 line technicians, we promote within. Those positions are only reserved for people that they are current team members. So that is a good chance all the time to be promoted and build your way up for candidates.
Yeah, and the thing for me, you asked me, and I've been here 8 months, but one thing that's really important to me, any place I work, is that you like the people that you're working with. And when I say I'm lucky to have ended up here, that's probably the main thing that I've experienced, is just great people who care about people, who want others to be successfle, and are just good, great people to work with. So
you kind of like Maximo and Shane.
Yeah, right.
The mindset, the mindset that the company is more like a family. That's what we have here. So this is, of course, in every company might want to pursue the same. We experience that here. Everybody, we always try to resolve the problems in the best way and make everyone successful and happy. Or employees, when they are happy, we are happy because we are the backup support. But also we are pretty conscious every day that it's a tough job what they do inside at the floor. It's not an easy job because you work in the cold environment, in a cold, wet area, right? But once you pass the 3 first week, okay, that is like the time that takes your body to acclimatize. The rest is very easy. The rest is just to follow the guidelines, the safety guidelines, the instructions, meet the goals, and have good attendance. And the sky's the limit. I mean, you've seen it here.
Yeah, and anybody can do this job. I just think of one individual who, he was a jewelry store salesman, and it wasn't like the pay he was getting. He wasn't making the commissions he wanted to make, and he saw that what we were paying here and said, "Man, that's fantastic. Come in here." He started, and I kind of thought, jewelry salesman, it's a big change.
Yeah, that's a big change.
He's been one of our most successful guys. There's a lot of people, but he's been really successful and has fit right in. And I look at him, and I mean, if he can do that, anybody can come in here, and we'll get you trained up and get you going. So very doable.
This company has one of the best training programs I've ever seen. I went through their pre-hire training, and it was fantastic. I was like, can I send all of our people through here? Because I learned so much, and I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, that's Ken Harvey and his people, and he does a great job.
So maybe I'll ask the same question for Jamie as well, since she does the recruiting, a lot of the recruiting. What does it look like, Jamie, for someone that really enjoys the work out at West Liberty? What does that look like for most people?
I think a lot of our people too are just, Tremont is such a small area that they're just excited to have somewhere in town that they can work if they live there. So we do see that a lot. It's just they're like, oh, there's a place here I can actually work. So I love that West Liberty is so open to taking people. Another thing that I love about it is that you guys are so forgiving with backgrounds. You believe in giving people a second chance, and there's a lot of companies out there that won't do that. And so that is a huge, huge kudos to you guys for that. So you give people hope that have been turned away left, right, and center at other jobs, and we can say, I have this one, and they will work for you, and then they get out there and they love it. So I really, really, I love that about your company.
Yes, and also one of the other things that we add here is that we help them with the training. We pay them during working hours to be trained. So in the end, they just need to come in and show up and work with us. That is basically the recipe.
And that training continues once they start working. We have other trainings that periodically go on the whole time, so that if there's something that they want to do, like we said, we talked about hiring from within. We will train them so that they're qualified to be hired within and take these other positions. So.
That's great. Well, looks like you've got a comment here on Facebook. I'm not able to throw it up on the screen, but it says, "Do you have to dress up out there, or can I wear jeans?"
No, you can wear jeans, and as Maximo mentioned, we're casual for everyone. You wear what's comfortable, and then again, where you are in a colder environment, it's not a freezer, but it's a little colder environment. People are wearing what's comfortable to stay warm and whatever. You'll see sweatpants.
So
jeans,
I don't have to wear the sports jacket.
That type of thing. So,
sorry,
as long as it's the right sports team.
Oh. All right. So how people can come through Elwood staffing? They can do direct hire. I know you guys work with some other agencies. What's the direct hire process look like for you guys?
So once the person can apply directly through our website, wlfoods.com careers. Okay, in the top corner, left top corner, there's a tab that says careers, and they have to look for the Tremonton facility so they can see the positions available. So that is the first option. And the second option, they can come in here. We have some computers available at the kiosk, and they can submit an application directly on our computers, and we will guide them through the process. After that, I will conduct a quick job interview with them to basically assess what is their availability, especially, and their experience, and see where we can, the best way we can work with their schedule, their personal schedule. And once that is done, we start with the pre-employment steps, which is the regular steps such as background check and a physical evaluation. Once that is done, we invite them to a new hire orientation.
Wonderful. And I think you hold it right in that room you're sitting in, right?
Yeah,
correct.
All right, so we got a question from a Facebook user, starting wage. I know we covered it, but just to recap, go ahead. What's the starting wage out there on the different shifts?
The base starting wage, meaning the lowest that we have is your base wage is $15.35 an hour for first shift. For second shift, it's $16.15 an hour.
Awesome.
That's why we call it entry level. Okay, then you have level 3 as a pallet jack operator. It's a little higher, and level 4 goes up.
Yeah, if you're coming from this with experience already as machine operator or something like that, those type of things, then we can look at that, and there may be some opportunity for a higher rate when you come in at what you're doing.
Awesome.
All right. The shift that we have available is first shift and second shift in 8 hours format, Monday to Friday, and occasionally Saturdays. And also we have a 12-hour shift when they work 2 days, rest 2 days, work 3, and then rotation the next week at the opposite.
2-2-3.
2-2-3, correct. Yep.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys jumping on. This has been such a great interview. I'd love hearing your story, Maximo. Being able to meet you 2 years ago when you're just buzzing people through the door. Mike, it's great to have you on the team, and especially during the pandemic, being able to find such a great home. And like Mike and Maximo shared with us, over 100 openings right now in that facility. And growing, and so lots of opportunity. And I've said this on so many different shows that when you have a facility like West Liberty where you have 100 openings, the opportunity to grow into leadership roles is just so much easier because there's a high demand for it. And hey, you've got a comment here: no experience, 12 years, wildland firefighter, and Army veteran. There you go. There's your first candidate, guys.
Also.
How does he get a hold of you?
Have you got the address?
Yes, he can call me on 435-207-7004, okay, or email me to maximo.araya, ARAYA, @WL Foods.
Or go to our website, WL Foods. and you can apply from there too.
Correct.
So,
Okay, so we'll also private message him during the show and get some contact info and send him your way.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Appreciate us coming.
Thanks for the comment. Well, guys, thanks again. Again, lots of opportunity at West Liberty. If you're looking to grow your career, looking to get your foot in the door as well, and work for a great company that provides some great product. One of my favorite places, Subway. Definitely check them out. Well, thanks again.
Yep.
Thank you.
See ya.
All right, Jamie, how you're? That was a fun segment there.
Yeah, I like those guys.
So you're welcome to stay on, Jamie. We're gonna do a power round with our on-sites. We're gonna talk about what it looks like, working with some of the companies where we provide support on-site, help you really integrate and be set up for success. Jamie's been an on-site before, so I think it'd be fun to have you stay if you can.
Sure.
But we're gonna excuse Shandy. She continues to have audio issues. I've got to fix her internet connection. But we do have Carly and maybe Tawny. I don't know if Tawny's here. We've got Landon Mays, of course, and maybe he's got Allie with him. No, Allie, where's she at?
I've been authorized to disclose that Allie is pregnant, and today is the first ultrasound that her and her husband are going to have before he deploys. So she won't be here, but
that is so precious.
Well, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yes,
Jamie, you remember your first ultrasound?
I sure do.
Oh man, I think I fell apart when I saw my wife's ultrasound. It was the coolest thing in the world.
It is awesome.
And then I didn't realize that we were unleashing Lucifer's children on the earth. Ultrasound wasn't so cute afterwards. Right? Anybody can relate? No, just me?
So relate. Yep.
I think every parent out there can at some point or another.
They say have kids. You'll love them. Just it's the greatest thing in the world. I don't know.
5% of the time.
I think it would be great to go to like high schools, with talking about work, have like a group of toddlers come in and babysit them for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I would never ever want kids again.
Yeah, those like mechanical, like cute babies they send home with you. That makes you want to have a baby because it's like just perfect, And I'm like, let's send them
I muted you.
Like, let's send them with, toddlers with the ongoing Coco Melon show. All you parents out there who have not heard of Coco Melon, don't even turn it on your TV because you will never turn it back off. And
or Blippi.
Oh gosh, no! Don't even go with Blippi.
I'm just jealous that I didn't think of that first. Really, I wanted to be Blippi.
Oh gosh,
I could pull it off, right? Don't you guys think?
No.
Orange suspenders and I got the big Coke bottle glasses already.
We could pull off Blue's Clues too. That's totally your job.
All right. So someone told me that the other day I looked like somebody off of Blue's Clues. Is that true?
Like Steve off of Blue's Clues.
Yep.
I don't know. I've never seen the show, so I couldn't tell you. All right. So we've had just a jam-packed event so far. Lots of comments. We've already just recently, we were just barely talking to West Liberty Food, and we had somebody that was really interested sharing their experience, 12 years of firefighting experience, Army veteran. We want to help you find jobs. That's why we're holding this event. And we've got still quite a few panelists to go through. We're going to have Focus Services. They're a contact center. They're going to be up next. Then we're going to talk about some other jobs in Ogden, and then we're going to jump into Salt Lake City and talk to Matt Hills, and he's going to share all the different positions just south of Ogden here. And so you don't want to miss it. We're also going to talk about some internal openings. And again, we're looking to hire 300 people from this event. We hired 150 from the last one. So if you've been excited so far, there's a lot more to come, a lot of great jobs. And I wanted to spend just a few minutes talking to or introducing you to our on-site team. They're the ones that are going to be helping you integrate and be set up for success. And so I'm just going to have each on-site introduce themselves and tell us what you do to set people up for success for their job. So maybe we'll start with Landon.
Yes, I'm Landon Mays. I'm kind of a new on-site manager here at Autoliv, but I have some manufacturing experience in the past. What we like to do is try to get the associates in, make sure they're set up with the training cell, make sure they're introduced to their leadership team. We try to make it a comfortable process. Some of our associates really don't have a lot of production experience, so we try to make it an easy transition for them. We're always here at the office at various hours. We can, that way we're here for all.
You're always there, Landon. What are you talking about? You never leave.
Yeah, I have a cot. I have a cot over here, but cot and some Snickers, and I'm all right. But no,
I've seen that bag of candy that you are hiding in there. I know you have
and chips. He has bags of chips.
Don't hold out on us, Landon.
Look at these.
Yes, see, I knew there was more to that office than what you were telling.
The sour cream and onion are all gone. Those are a fave.
Nobody needs those in their lives. It's okay.
So Landon lives there. He's got a cot. He's got Snickers. He had sour cream and onion chips. And he's there to take care of you out at Autoliv, Brigham City, Promontory, Tremonton. His counterpart, Allie, she's also there. She doesn't live there yet. She probably will soon.
Yes. Yes, she will. Yeah, she's equally excited to get to know everyone out here. And like I said, the Elwood office is on site, so you can always come in here if you're just kind of having a lousy day or you have something you want to vent about. That's fine. We'll work through it. We understand production in the beginning might be a little difficult, but we promise you that if you stick it out, you get hired on, there's plenty of opportunities. Your life will definitely change for the better.
Yes, definitely. All right. Well, thank you, Landon. Heidi, do you have any questions for Landon?
Landon's on a lot of these Facebook Lives, so I've asked him a lot of questions already.
Yes.
All right. Well, we are running out of time here. We're let's go ahead and have Tani talk to us about, because she's a brand new on site. So tell us a little bit about how you support our associates and what you love about your job. Have Carly turn her volume down.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I absolutely love my job. I love working with Carly and like bringing the associates.
You do.
It's just so nice to see like all of their face, like them coming in. It's just nice to know that we're making a difference and changing people's lives, like by getting them these jobs. Like these jobs are like stepping stones, like temp to hire positions, great positions with great benefits and so many things to offer the employees. Like it's just been so amazing to watch the growth of all of our associates that come out here, and they just absolutely love it. And I think that's what I love most about my job is knowing that my associates love what they're doing and love that they like enjoy Elwood staffing as a whole.
Yes, it was awesome to have Jonathan on here earlier talking about Fresenius, and he was such a great host. And when you think about just all the uncertainty, the unanswered questions when you come into a big facility like Fresenius, it's nice to have someone there from Elwood to help you out, to answer those questions, to get you started, to give you the tour, to introduce you to people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So-
we're 24/7 for you. So whenever you have a question or concern, just reach out to us and we'll help you.
That's right. And they've got a big office behind them with lots of goodies in there. Don't you guys have soda too?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
oops, sorry. Wrong office. All right. Well, what's Carly got there? Let's see. Whoa, what is that? You could talk. We can hear you. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
I want to talk because I didn't want it to echo again, but we have lots of goodies, lots of things to recognize everyone for. We have our Thumbs Up Award. I'm actually getting ready to put one together for one of our associates whose supervisor reached out and said they were an awesome employee. So these are really good to get this cute little water bottle. You come by our office and we'll give them to you. Or if you just want to stop by and say hi or you have any questions, we have these like goodie bags with a birthday card, because we want to make you feel special on your special day, even if you're stuck here at work. But it's a good place to be, and we're ready for you to come out here and work with us. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Carly. So just if you're watching, you can see we've got a great on-site team there to support you and set you up for success. And of course, they pack their office with lots of goodies. So if you just want some a sugar rush or some chips, come on in. All right. Well, we've got our next guest just getting set up here. So Kaylee, she is from Focus Services. This was a last minute add to the program. Really excited to welcome them. I think we invited Focus last time and couldn't make the schedule work. But Focus Services is a contact center, and they've got multiple locations. And so we're excited to bring Keely to the program. And I'm going to go ahead and dismiss our on-sites. Thank you, on-sites.
Bye.
All right, Heidi, let's bring on Keely to the program. Looks like she's at home or in her office on mobile. How you doing, Keely?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah.
Yes, first time. All right, so Keely, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you found your way to Focus and what your current role is.
Well, I am a mother of 5.
So did you hear our conversation about children and how wonderful they were a minute ago?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
But I started at Focus Services about 5 years ago. I was a phone agent, and now I'm currently in the recruiting staff.
Okay, and so Focus Services, I'm familiar with the location in Roy, is that right?
Yeah, we're based out of Roy now, but we do have other locations like in our Midwest and Greenville, North Carolina, Tarboro, Florida.
Awesome. All right, so I always see Focus Services promoting jobs in the different job boards. So you know, after the pandemic hit, I think a lot of contact centers really beefed up. Got the remote work, the office jobs really moved into these contact centers, and it sounds like you guys have been pretty busy. So tell us a little bit about what Focus does here, maybe in the Roy Center, and some of the positions that you're hiring for.
So here at Focus Services in Roy, right now we're currently hiring for our sales team. We have a class starting as soon as Monday. And what they do is they work for Spectrum. Our customers are wanting home phone, internet, cable services, cell phone services, and the mobile services. A lot of great promotions that they have going on with this department as well.
That's great. Spectrum. Okay. Now this question's always asked, and I'm sure you get it a lot, Keely, is are there any work from home jobs?
Not right now. Our client, with the COVID, with the mask mandate ending here in Utah, we're all doing it office right now. There is still a lot of agents that are working from home, but we're planning on bringing them all back to office.
Okay. I work from home is not what it's not what people think. It's so hard if you have children at home or dogs. Like I was like on 6 quarantines since COVID, and these things are like 14 days a piece, and like whole family had to be quarantined. It was the worst. Like working from home was not fun. I love the office.
I got to the point where I told my branch manager, I was like, hey, if one of us gets COVID, we're just shutting the doors. We are both coming into work. We'll wait it out together. I'm not working from home again. It was such a bad experience. I hated working from home. I feel like it's not productive. And then you waste your time trying to prove to your manager that you're actually working at home instead of just dinking off. So then you end up working longer hours and you work through lunches, and it's just non-conducive to my mental health.
Yeah, I worked from home after my maternity leave for a while, and it wasn't,
Not so fun. All right. Well, Keely, what's the starting pay for those sales positions, if you're able to share that?
So with Focus Services, we start off at $12.50 an hour for training, and then once you hit the floor, you can get the opportunity of making $13.50 an hour plus the bonuses. I can't say what the bonuses are because it changes every single month.
So how long is the training period typically? From when you go
It's
at
about
$12.50 to $13.50?
It's about 3 weeks long.
Okay.
So.
And what's the schedule look like?
So our training is Thursday through Monday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thursday through Monday. After training, it will be 3:30 p.m. to midnight with Fridays and Saturdays off.
Okay, so working the swing shift then.
Yeah, a lot of our customers do call in late at night, so that's where we get most of our calls from. We've tried doing the morning because it's just a lot of our calls come at night, we realize. So
I usually, when I call customer service, it's after work, and I'm usually yelling at the person, so I'm sorry.
Steven, you're one of those people.
I'm not. I don't yell. Come on. Have you ever seen me yell, Heidi?
Actually, I haven't. In the entire time that I've been here, I've never even seen you raise your voice.
Josie has, though. We're going to bring her in a program in a few minutes, and I've yelled at her all the time. All right, Keely, what are some fun facts about Focus, or what are the benefits look like?
So after 90 days, we do offer medical and dental and vision insurance after 90 days of being here. We do after 30 days, we do offer a UTA bus pass. It is $69, so $34.50 will come out of each paycheck. And then fun activities that we do here, we just got our great culture team coming back. Like yesterday was National Banana Day, so she brought in bananas for everybody.
What?
And then a few weeks ago, it was like National Sloppy Joe Day, so we had Sloppy Joes.
Oh my gosh, you guys we don't have that kind of fun here, Heidi.
I was gonna say, Steven, maybe you should be taking notes.
I am. I'm taking notes.
And then we do like a top performer. So like at the end of the month, we go by their performance and everything and see who the top performer is for like mobile sales, the attendance and everything like that, and they'll get like a gift card. Like last week they got a gift card to Chick-fil-A.
So if somebody wanted to apply for Focus, how would they go about doing that?
They can go to focusservices.com/careers, or they can also apply it on Indeed as well.
Perfect. Well, Keely, anything else you want to share with the group here?
No, like I said, we do have a class starting as soon as Monday. So anybody who wants to apply, we can get you in as soon as Monday.
So to summarize, Keely's got multiple sales position open. They're the swing shift, and you can, during training, you make $12.50 an hour. After training, you can make $13.50 an hour. Sounds like there's some additional incentives on top of that based on performance. They have Sloppy Joe days. Awesome. Benefits available to you after 90 days. Bus pass after 30 days. And it sounds like a really fun company culture. And Keely, she seems like she's pretty awesome. So if you apply online at Focus, what was the website?
Focusservices.com/careers.
So focusservices.com/careers. Or you can apply on Indeed and start Monday.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Keely. It was great having you on here last minute. We look forward to having you on the next Facebook Live job party.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in applying, if you want some more information, you can type in Focus in the chat, and we'll reach out to you and forward your contact info to Keely. And if you're watching this after hours outside of the live event, again, you can still just chat, type in focus, and we'll reach out to you and forward your contact info to Keely.
All right. Thank you, Stephen and Heidi.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
All right, Heidi, it is 1:30 p.m. We made it an hour, two and a half hours in.
I'm feeling the high coming down, and I'm ready and I'm excited for this next one. So I'm hoping it bumps back up there, but it's definitely a Friday.
This is going to be one of my favorite panelists ever.
Oh, it's Josie.
Josie.
Hello. How are you guys?
Great. How are you?
Great. Thank you.
I love your Hakuna Matata in the back.
Hakuna Matata.
Oh, yes. There it is.
When we first started doing these Facebook Lives, Josie was my very first panelist. You remember that, Josie?
Yes. Yes,
And
I do.
she was so nervous, like she is right now, but did awesome. So you're going to do awesome again.
Thank you.
So who volunteered you to jump on Facebook Live? Was it Emily?
Everyone.
I love how it's not volunteer, it's voluntold.
There you go.
So we've had some great guests on here. We've talked about a lot of jobs, and we can't fit everybody into the program. And so I wanted to have Josie on here to talk about some of the other companies that she's recruiting for that weren't able to make the panel, and because there's some great companies out there that we didn't talk about, great positions, great pay. And I want to do some rapid fire here, Josie, and have you run through the list with us.
All right. So we can start with ReaderLink. I am currently the lead for that right now. With ReaderLink, something that's exciting is they did just up their pay for swings and graveyard shifts starting Sunday.
Yes, brand new, hot off the press.
Yes.
Before you start with pay, what does ReaderLink do?
Yes. So ReaderLink is a paperback supply company here in Ogden. So basically they do a lot of shipment to local companies for books. So with that, they are very busy right now. There's quite a few different areas that they like to train you in. So cross-training is a big thing right now, as they do want all of their associates to be versatile, open to new things. So that's definitely something that's growing and picking up for sure.
Yes, I love ReaderLink just because there's like 100 million books in that warehouse, and I just pull out my shopping list. Okay, I want this book.
I don't know that you could ever pull me away from a company. If I was to start at ReaderLink, I would go there, and then it'd be like my time off, and I read the rest of the time. I'm such a book fanatic.
Yeah, so if you're interested in books, you like being in a collective environment where there's other associates you're working with as well as a team, then ReaderLink definitely would be a good fit. And the pay doesn't hurt as well.
Yeah, so give us the new, brand new, hot off the press. No one knows about the pay rate increases until right now. So Josie.
Yes. So
share the new rates with us.
Days are staying the same. They're $13 an hour, but swings and graves are bumping up $1. So swings will be moving to $15 an hour and graves will be to $16.
Woo!
Wow. Yeah.
$16 an hour.
It is. It really is. And the shifts are good. The supervisors are awesome. They really just want you to succeed out there. And they communicate very frequently with me and our office as well. So they are very involved.
That's great. So ReaderLink, book distribution company.
Mm-hmm.
You can be, picking, pulling orders. You could be stickering books, putting the sticker over the barcode, with the price tag. You could be boxing up the books, palletizing, and it's not physically demanding. I mean, you got these big boxes of books that you're moving, from one conveyor belt to another. So that, it's a little physical there, but really, it's just a great environment. They got on-site amenities, big cafeteria with microwaves, vending machines, a little pantry that you can just, get some food from. And they just increased their pay for swings and graves. So up to $16 an hour on the grave shift. That's fantastic.
Yes. So we are super excited about that. We also have openings at CSM Bakery. With that, we do.
Tell me more.
Yeah. So for CSM, they are a cookie supply company here in Ogden. They also do a lot of shipment to local companies as well. They also work with large frosting pails.
Yes, they do.
They do. So
cream cheese frosting, it's to die for.
Do they do like the little sugar cookies?
Yes.
Yes.
So they do their sugar cookies, and then they have some of their other ones too. But I know I've had one of their sugar cookies before, and they're really good.
And you can dip it into the cream cheese frosting.
Do they allow you to come in and just like taste test new products?
I haven't, but they have had us they brought some back to the office for us, and they're really yummy. Yes.
They have this quality control room
Mhm.
with all the different flavors of frosting, and once they hit a certain date, it's like, oh, okay, let's test this to make sure it's still good. So I'm in that quality control room every day, just testing the products.
I don't know why you haven't taken me, Steven. I feel like all of that are offering you free food, you're like, let's not tell Heidi. I'm disagreeing with this.
I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional, I promise. All right, so tell us the shifts and the payout that you're looking for right now at CSM.
Yes. So as of today, we are full on our days, but we definitely, I'm sure we'll have some more next week. So we are looking for swings and graveyard shifts. We did also just get some forklift positions too. So that's really exciting out at CSM. The pay is a little bit more for that one as well. So for swings, they start at $15 an hour for their production line.
Awesome.
Which is awesome. And then for the forklift, it's $16.50. So that's super
Whoa.
for swings. Yeah. So that one's exciting. We definitely.
We got a comment here. Oh, here you go. I love cookie, big capital O.
So do I.
I love cookies so much.
All right, so forklift operators, $16.50.
$16.50 for swings and days. So the same, there's not a pay differential on that, but we definitely are looking for people who have had some type of maybe previous experience, or you're maybe it's been a little bit of time, but you've had that experience in the past. I mean, we definitely could be open to chatting about that more with you for sure.
So if I haven't driven a forklift in, let's say, 10 years, but I was really good at it before that, would you consider me?
We could see. Yeah, definitely.
I unloaded a 60-foot semi full of flowers my first time driving a forklift with no training, and I only dropped one cart of flowers in the rain.
Yeah. So that one's super exciting. That's brand new. We just got it this week. We also
got a question here. How much experience do you need for a forklift operator?
I wouldn't say like a certain set time frame. I mean, as long as you have had some before and that's something you're comfortable with. We, of course, just don't want to put you in a position where you wouldn't be comfortable with a forklift operating position, if that makes sense. So I would say maybe anywhere from a few months up to years. I mean, I definitely would be open to chatting with you about that for sure. We just want you to be comfortable.
Yeah. We want you to be able to, if you have a little bit of experience, be able to pick up quickly. And
of course. We don't want it to be difficult or to be something where it frustrates you. So that's why we look for that. But I'd be open to chatting with someone if they had, a few months to years, definitely.
Okay. All right. We've got another minute before we jump into the next segment. So you want to highlight a couple more positions?
Yes. So we also do staff for NB. NB is really awesome. It's very intricate, hands-on work. What they do is they work with composites that make up the basically wheels for road bikes. So it's really cool. If you've done composites before and that's something you want to dive into again, I definitely think you'd be a good fit. Or if maybe you haven't and that's something you want to try new, but you've done some production, then we'd definitely be open to chatting with you about that as well. They have lots of different departments out there, so there's lots of room to grow. All of their shifts do start at $14 an hour.
Awesome. Yeah, composite manufacturing, high-end bike rims, great environment, very niche segment that's really, growing quickly with the outdoors. It's so prevalent now after COVID. Everyone wants to get outside again, get into the mountains. And it's just a fun team out there, fun culture.
Yeah.
It's just I love being in that building. It's just it's a cool design, big open space, nice amenities, and just great management.
Definitely. I 100% agree. Yeah. So if that's something you're interested in, let us know.
Okay. Well,
So if
Josie,
somebody's
anything?
interested in these jobs, how do they apply, Josie?
Yes. So you can call us. We can add you in our system. If maybe you don't have internet access from home, we're definitely more than happy to help. You also can apply from home as well at elwoodstaffing.com or elwoodjobs.com. Either of those websites are great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Josie, great job. Thanks for sharing those openings. And we are going to now bring on our next guest, Mr. Matt Hells.
Oh.
Thanks, Josie.
Welcome.
Matt, it is so good to see you, my friend. This is a first having you on our program.
Glad to be here. Thanks for finally inviting me.
Whoa. Well, okay. I invite this guy like every day, and he doesn't even acknowledge the invite. He just is like, oh, that's nice.
Steven, I feel like you shouldn't be putting this on Matt. It's not his fault that you haven't thought about him before.
That's right.
Yes. So I'm really excited to have Matt here. We got a comment. Apply now, elwoodstaffing.com. That's right. Matt, you are the regional manager over Salt Lake area and all these other places across the country. He's kind of a big deal. I don't know if you guys know this.
Not true.
But with Salt Lake City making the Wall Street Journal this past weekend, I thought it was really important to have Matt come on here and talk about some of the jobs in West Valley and Salt Lake and the surrounding areas, because Salt Lake, there are more jobs than there are job seekers. Out of the 53 largest metro markets across the country, Salt Lake was ranked #1 for more jobs than there are job seekers. And so we've talked a lot about jobs in Weber and Davis County, Box Elder County, and then some place called Cache County with a lot of cattle. And so
wherever that is, right?
Wherever that is.
It is not that bad, Steven. I think the bias against cat. You grew up in the area.
I did not grow up in the area. I spent 6 months in that area.
Cache County is beautiful, though.
Thank you.
I like it up there.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So with that, I wanted to get Matt on the program here to discuss some of the jobs that are out in West Valley and Salt Lake. Great companies, great career opportunities. Plenty of people that live in Ogden commute to Salt Lake and vice versa. And so, Matt, we'd like to have you spend just a few minutes talking about some of the companies that you're hiring for and how people can pick up the dialogue from here and apply.
Yeah, thank you very much. Really glad to be part of this. And you're absolutely right, Steve. We have a lot of things happening in Salt Lake. We have a lot of our clients, a lot of companies are hiring and in need of really good employees. And so really, really happy to be here and share some of the things we have going. As of today, we have over 340 open positions.
Woo!
My group, we fill 350 to 400 positions a week. So we have a lot of people that we hire. We have a lot of people that we place, and still looking for more individuals. And you're absolutely right. Davis County, Weber County individuals commute in quite a bit. I happen to live in northern Davis County myself and come to Salt Lake. And happy to share some of the opportunities that we have available.
You say 350 openings?
341 to be exact.
341. That's close to my 587.
This is not a competition.
We just filled them, Stephen.
Oh man, I'm turning the show over to Matt now.
Did you not hear when he said that we hire 350 to 400 associates a week?
He did, yeah.
We play, yeah. So a lot of things going on. So I want to start with a company in West Valley. They're a third-party logistics company. One of the companies we've worked with for a number of years. They're a great place to work. Integrated Distribution Services is their name, IDS. They're in West Valley. They're really easy to get to, just off of Bangerter Highway. They have a Sunday through Wednesday shift that we are hiring for right now. Now, the base pay is $11.50 an hour during the week. On Sundays, we are offering a $50 bonus for Sunday. It's a 10-hour schedule, the Sunday through Wednesday. So on Sundays, you're making an extra $5 an hour to work. And so we are hiring for people to work Sunday through Wednesday, or if you just want to work on Sunday, just have an extra job to come in for one day, you can do that. And again, be eligible for that $50 bonus. So $16.50 if you're there for the entire shift each
That's
Sunday.
huge. There's not a lot of companies that let you just come in and work just one day and that's it.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
people want that flexibility. They want the extra income, a job they don't want to, do attempt to hire, fully commit long term. Like, hey, I just an extra day or two a week to fill in the gaps.
Right. And that's exactly right. And it's so far it's been a big hit, but we still have 10 to 15 more openings, and so we are definitely looking for more individuals for that schedule. We are also looking for a company for a plastics manufacturer in Salt Lake. They have a rotating schedule. It's a 12-hour shift, so you would work 3 days one week and then 4 days the next week, and you would rotate that around. The very cool thing about that, although the days are a little bit longer, you end up only working about half the month. So you have half the month off really to enjoy other things that you like to do.
Why didn't we get this schedule, Matt?
Pardon me?
How come we didn't get this type of schedule?
I don't know. I would take it.
Yeah.
So that's a 7 a.m. to 7:30 schedule. And then the graveyard is just the opposite. This one pays $15 an hour. And we're looking for 8 folks for that company. So would love to hear from you if you're looking for that and want really a lot of time off during the month. Also, out by the airport, we're looking for some individuals to help with a mattress manufacturer, Sleep Number. You may have heard of them. Very well-known company, great working environment. It's clean. They treat our associates really well. We have a lot of referrals from people who work there. And we're looking for individuals who can sew, do industrial sewing there. That is a Monday through Friday schedule, 6:30 to 3:30, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And that one also pays $15 an hour.
Awesome.
And these last couple ones I've talked about are all long-term, temp to perm. They want to hire individuals and bring them onto their payroll. I have a position in North Salt Lake. So if you're coming south to Salt Lake, this is the first one that I'm going to be sharing today that you'll run into as you come down to Salt Lake. This is a tortilla chip manufacturer. We have needs on all 3 shifts. They're 8-hour shifts, Monday through Friday. But one in particular we need some help with right away is a graveyard shift from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. This one pays $15.50 an hour, and you are on the end of a line and bagging tortilla chips and boxing them, putting them in boxes.
I know Heidi's going to ask this question.
Yes, ask away.
Ask the question.
Can you taste test the tortillas?
I'm not going to say you can do that. I'm pretty sure they allow that, but when I've been out there a few times, I've always walked away with bags of chips. So I
like
love
salsa and chips in the break room, like always.
Yes, chips and salsa all day.
I actually have a huge soft spot for nachos, so I make like homemade nachos at home, and then my sister makes this beautiful tomatillo ranch to put on top.
Oh, sounds good.
It is so good.
Yeah, I love nachos myself. So.
Yeah, so definitely work there so that you get those. I'll give you my nachos recipe if you guys will work over there, and then bring me some tortilla chips.
So you get great pay, nachos in the break room, a great shift. Am I missing anything? That sounds pretty good to me.
No, that's exactly it. It's a great place to work. I do also have another food manufacturer. This is a cookie manufacturer. And I mean, it just smells terrific every time I go in there. And I'm like, man, how you just love coming in there. It just smells so good. And so we're looking for them, day and swing shift employees. They're line associates. So assembly, putting together boxes of cookies as it comes down the line. That one pays $16 an hour.
Whoa.
It's a great job. a great opportunity. Again, all the cookies you can eat, right? And it smells terrific to work there. So we're looking for 10 people to work there. That's out in West Valley, just off of Bangor Highway.
What
Do you
kind
know
of
if they
cookies are
have
these?
like a gym nearby or one that's on site? You know, if somebody's working there and they're got Heidi tendencies, pounds on like the first week.
I think you might have to do that in the parking lot. You know, you're exercising in the parking lot, but that good thought. You don't want to get, you know, there's a tendency to eat too much there, I'm sure.
We've talked about 2 cookie companies or 3 now today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess cookies are popular. Who would have thought?
I, for one,
I would've
enjoy
thought.
cookies. So yeah. And then we have another great opportunity with USANA. They are located just off of Bangor Highway and the 201 freeway. So it's very easy to get there. They're a health supplement manufacturer. And so we have a variety of positions, from actually mixing the ingredients, pressing the pills together, and then packaging them there. Variety of different shifts and schedules, $14 an hour. That's a great work environment. And Heidi, these guys actually do have a gym on site and a basketball court.
What?
And it's very cool there. It's a great place to work, great environment, and a lot of people love to work there.
A basketball court, really?
They have a full basketball court there.
Do you know if they have like the pickleball court?
Not that I know of. They do not. I think no, they do not.
You should suggest that.
Do you play pickleball?
I do, yes, with my dad. My dad actually plays pickleball with the founder of Juniper Systems that's here in town. And so they go and play pickleball every day. He got my whole family into it, and he just built a pickleball court in his backyard.
Wow. Okay.
Huge
I'll give them
pickleball
that
fan over here.
suggestion.
You should.
All right. So Matt, where are your offices in Salt Lake and West Valley? How do people meet with you?
We have 4 branch offices in the Salt Lake area. We have 2 in West Valley. We have 1 in the Salt Lake downtown area and 1 in Draper. So we're all over. The best way to get a hold of us is elwoodjobs.com. And you can search for our open positions and just apply directly. Or Google our offices and call us directly. We can talk to you today. We can have you leave with a job today.
Call today, start today.
Absolutely.
I think that's becoming a new motto at Elwood Staffing.
Yes.
I dubbed that. Just saying. Okay. Well, Matt, if you've got time, we want to keep you on the stream. We're going to talk about internal openings right now at Elwood Staffing. And if you have any,
I do.
Definitely feel free to share them. So we're growing. Elwood Staffing. This is Q4 for us, right, Matt? It is busy time. The jobs are here. There's more job seekers than there's more jobs than there are job seekers. And we're looking for dedicated individuals that will go above and beyond the call of duty for our associates and for our clients. No experience is necessary. You've just got to have a track record of being able to go above and beyond. And so I'll let Matt speak to his openings here in a second. But here in the Weber and Davis County area, I'm looking for staffing recruiters, bilingual staffing recruiters. I'm looking for on-site specialists and on-site managers. The difference between the two, on-site team, they're receiving the associates, helping them feel welcomed, helping them really integrate well and become successful out at our client companies. Recruiters, they're there to find the best people to go and work for our clients. And it's very a stressful job, both of them. And it's very rewarding, and to be able to see the impact you're making on people's lives. And it's great pay. You can make, it's an hourly position, but you can make $40,000 or more a year with your hourly and monthly incentives. And so if you're interested, send me a copy of your resume, Stephen.Farrell@elwoodstaffing.com. I'll throw it on the screen here. You can also call my office and they'll connect you to myself. But if you're somebody that loves to go above and beyond the call of duty, somebody that loves, really making a difference in people's lives when it comes to their career, then you're probably a good fit for Team Purple. Matt, what do you have going on there?
Yeah, I have three positions that I'd like to highlight. The first position is I'm looking for a business development manager, somebody who can go and connect with companies in the area who are in need of labor help. I have a great employee that's retiring, and so I'm looking to replace her as she moves on to her next thing. And so looking for somebody to do that. Also looking for a couple of recruiters, as Stephen mentioned, looking for the same thing that he mentioned and talked about. And then I also have an on-site specialist. That cookie manufacturer I talked about, I need someone there to assist with the
to attend to the cookies.
To attend to the cookies.
Heidi, don't even think about it, Heidi.
I'm
on down,
considering. I don't know.
And I would just say, Elwood is a fantastic place to work. I love working in the staffing industry. I love there are a couple things that I love. One is I love to work with companies and help them find people to have them get their product or service out to the market, which we can all enjoy what they deliver to us. And I love to be part of that. I love to see how they make things and do things. And then I love to help job seekers find their next best thing and get to their next opportunity. I think it's so wonderful to see people get into an organization and grow and learn new skills and get promotions and advancement. It's a wonderful thing to be part of this industry. So if you're interested in any of those positions, you can reach me at matt.hales@elwoodstaffing.com.
And I know that Stephen had mentioned before, it is pretty stressful as a staffing recruiter. And yeah, it has stressful days, but Elwood staffing is amazing in that there's so much support internally. Just yesterday, I was stressing about getting things set up there. And, I've got some duties and responsibilities as a co-host here, but I reached out to the Brigham Branch, which is just a hop, skip, and about right away. And I told them, hey, I am super stressed to the max right now. I need help. Can somebody help me on this? And had two recruiters and the branch manager over there. All of them stepped in and were like, I'll take this portion. I'll take this portion. I'll take this portion. And I was left with a quarter of the amount of work that I needed to do. And you really do see that culture here in Elwood staffing. It's a great place to work for.
Yes. Well, Matt, I don't know if you can see the live, how long we've been going live here, but we've been live for 3 hours and 1 minute.
Wow.
It's been a jam-packed session. We've had a lot of interaction, a lot of people calling, mostly Heidi's office because she's got the phone number listed there very clearly. We are definitely going to give you an update later on how many people we end up hiring. We did 150 hires in the last event. Our goal is to hire 300 people. So if you're, if you want to learn more about these jobs, we've had a lot of great HR managers and recruiters representing, over 15 different companies. And if you want to learn more about them and how you can make your next career move, give us a call. You can visit any one of our Elwood offices, elwoodjobs.com, like Matt had mentioned. And let's help you find your next best career move. Let's help you move into the next career of your dreams. This is the time. This 6 months ago, we had a similar wave of job openings. There's more jobs than there were job seekers. And when we had this event, I mentioned that this wave will be short-lived, and we won't see one for another 6 months to a year. And so, back in October, that was the time to make your next career move. And we have that same wave of openings here, and lots of great companies and opportunity. When opportunity knocks, what do you do, Matt?
Oh, you got to answer it.
You got to answer. Open that door. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We've had an engaging audience. We've had thousands of views, and I see over 100 people that have watched the entire time. So thank you for those 100 people that have watched this entire job party. Share this out with your friends and family. If you have a son or daughter that is looking for another career option, send them a link to this video. And if you have friends or family, want to make their next career move or need some help in doing so, send them the link and let's get them started. With that, Matt says, put me on first next time. Did you watch the whole time, Matt?
I did not. No, I had some other meetings. I couldn't do it, but I want to be involved in it the next time.
We'll make you a co-host with Heidi next time.
Love it.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Eric, Heidi, Matt, and all of our HR partners. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks,
Bye, guys. We'll see you Monday.